So, where we left off, you guys had come across a windmill, which you quickly determined to be the same windmill owned by Mim, and then found out that it was inhabited by an old woman you recognized from the town of Barovia and her 2 daughters. You convinced them to let you stay, but Mim snuck upstairs and freed 2 children, drawing the attention of the women. Mim cried for help. Hermes came up, Alistair came up and fired a shot at the women, prompting combat. And what followed was an onslaught unlike any you'd seen in the campaign thus far, where many have fallen and been picked up. You managed to kill one of the hags, and are pushed another out a window. And as it stands, Mim is down at the feet of Ophalia. The door is broken open with a large hole in the center that is not yet large enough to crawl through, but has been damaged, and the party is there's Sten, Alistair, and Irina are inside, whereas a Doomby and Andar are outside. And Morgantha is on the roof with the 2 children, currently stranded as the ladder has been broken. We are starting the next round of combat, which begins with Sten.
Of course it does. Well, I don't know that this door is closed yet, so I'm going to continue my way down and meet up with... Hold on. Don't remind me. We'll get there. Oh, she's got a name, and I wrote it down. She had a name.
She does have a name.
She has a name.
Can confirm she does have a name.
What the hell is her name? Irina.
Irina.
We got there.
That is correct.
I will meet up with Irina. And I've got plenty of movement, so I'll meet up here, check out the situation. Can I help attack the door a little bit?
Of course you can.
Then I'll just take a big old swing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
That's enough.
What a wonderful way to start. Okay. And then 7 slashing damage.
That's enough.
Oh,
so
double. Oh,
you
or I guess 2.
come down with your short sword and cleave through this hole from top to bottom, and manage to split it open, and it falls outward in 2 pieces. Wood splintering as it hits the ground, and the door is now open.
Well, no time to stay still, I guess. Onwards. Is that my whole movement? I got 40 feet, so let's see. I started here. 5, 10. Yeah, I've got enough to get outside, so I'll come through here. If I start here at 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That should be 35. Okay. That'll be it for me.
All right. That brings us to Alistair.
All right. Same thing. Down and out.
All right.
I have to remember how to use roll 20.
Generally, you click buttons and things happen.
Damn, that's deep.
10, 15, 20. Can I get out the door this way? Like end right there?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay. It's pretty crowded, so I didn't know.
I think you can move through allied spaces. Technically, this is a square. So we'll go here, 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 if you have that much movement.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Awesome.
Action or no action?
I like. Can I see? I forget her name. But
Ophalia,
standing
yes,
over
you
Mim?
can.
I mean, I'll take a shot and try to get the attention.
Okay.
It's 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And it's been a while. 9 piercing.
All right, 9 piercing. You remember that the piercing doesn't do as much as you thought it would.
Right. Yes.
Do.
This music kind of
Reminds you of what? A movie?
a 90s movie. Like, moving on. Sorry.
All right. That brings us to Mim. I need you're stable.
Oh.
The Doctor Who stabilized you
Oh.
in one of the last
yes.
turns of the last session. I reviewed to make sure that I knew the events of the previous session. So you do not need a save. I do need you to roll a d4 to determine how long it takes you to wake up.
Or this is a weird 4. This is not how this works.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's the way everyone's facing upright when you roll it. Huh? Don't want that one? Yeah, it's when everyone is facing upright. It's a 4. Oh, look. No. It's whatever's on the bottom on this one. That's what I'm saying, like facing upright. Like,
Description.
got it. 1, got it. So 1 hour. That's good for you. All right. That brings us to Morgantha, who is just watching over the railing right now. Now that you guys are outside and she can actually see you, she is going to fire a magic missile at Alistair for shooting at Ophalia. So Alistair, you're going to take 8 points of force damage.
Okay. Okay.
As 3 darts shoot from her fingers and spiral down, impaling themselves into you and with great force. Andar.
All right. I am going to move a little bit over to try to get a better angle at Ophalia there and just shoot a firebolt at her.
Do it.
That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
And a whopping 3 fire damage.
So you fire a kind of sputtering firebolt that, as it hits, sizzles a little bit, and you can tell it hurt, but not as much as normally a firebolt would.
And then I'm going to move back right next to the castle there, or the windmill rather, in an attempt to stay out of Morgantha's view.
Okay.
That is it.
I'm gonna basically roll percentages to see if she can see you guys because of these. Well, I guess hold on. I can kind of see based off of. So you'd be covered by this panel where you are.
Oh, that's actually true. Oh, that's actually true. You can see exactly.
You can see exactly what she sees. So, like, she could see Hermes just peeking out from under this one. But Andar is fully covered by this one.
She like throwing the child to the side.
The childs are they're still on the upper thing, but they
Okay, yeah.
they're cowering and have no way out. Which brings us to a Doonbee.
How many saves is? How many times has Min been down for one round?
So she's been down for 1 round. She's stable. She has no death saves.
I have. Gonna use my. This is 35, 10. I'm gonna use my last spell slot to cast Healing Word on Mim.
Okay.
And that will be 2d4, I believe.
I
1d4. Plus 4.
He was gonna roll it.
Yeah. That is 6 hit points for Mim. And then I will use my action to cast Thorn Whip.
Okay.
So that is. It's the one thing I hate about Chrome. It's for some reason the Flash player is so slow. I need to use something else. That is a 19 plus 6 to hit, so 25.
That'll hit.
And that is 2 plus just 2 damage. 2 damage, and I will pull her, I think, up to 10 feet, I believe.
That's correct.
Pull up her to here if I can.
Yoink.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Brings us to Ophalia, who is gonna be pissed.
All right. Oh, sorry. Can I move like 5 feet closer? Actually?
Yeah, of course.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Does that change what she's gonna do? Let's see.
He's actually happy now.
Those laughs are so scary.
I think it does change what she's gonna do. She's just gonna claw at you because she's mad.
I'm not gonna say anything because if I don't say anything, then she might miss.
It's a 10.
See, 100% of the time it works every time.
She slashes at you, and you bring up your staff and like catch her claw as it clamps down on the staff, and her sharp nails dig into the wood, and she kind of smiles underneath and says, "Want to play, do you?"
God, it's so creepy.
That brings us to Irina, who five, 10, 15, 20 is going to attack with her short sword.
Triple flanking.
Just barely taking advantage of the distraction, manages to stab into the side of Ophalia, doing a total of 7 piercing.
Ooh.
All right, which brings us to Sten.
Can I see Ophalia from here?
Yes, you can.
Then I will use Vicious Mockery. She needs to make a wisdom save.
All right.
She needs to be a 13.
She does save.
All right. Well.
So what do you shout at her?
I don't know. You're horrible and you should feel bad. Yeah, I suppose I should workshop that.
Do you move, or is that your turn?
If I look up on my cover, mostly cover.
She can see you right here. You'd have to move one left too, because you're basically right here. If you move
can
one
you
left,
again?
you're covered from Morgantha.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was looking at the map on the right.
Yes. So this, from where you're basically, here's the path. So you're in this square.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
you move here.
So is this more cover?
Yes.
I'll
So
do
now
that.
Morgantha can't see you.
I will do that.
That said, Morgantha can see Irina, Adunbi, and the edge of Mim. And like Hermes' foot. Alistair's foot. All right, so that brings us to Alistair.
I'm just gonna bad idea out of here and go back in the house,
Okay.
and that's gonna be my turn because I am super close to death.
Right.
Death is not an
Mim,
excuse.
Woo! Okay,
You're up.
so
she is absolutely flanked.
I
Also, you're cutting out.
I did this for you, Mim.
let me fix my, do that in roll 2.
Rolled 2 what?
Roll 2.
Mhm.
So 18.
They just can't hear you because you're cutting out.
Okay.
18.
That hits, yes.
Let's go.
She's fixing her threshold. We're trying to prevent echo. Here in about 10 days, we're gonna have sound panels that will hopefully fix that, but
Yeah, is this better now? Can you guys hear me okay?
significantly.
Okay. Wait, I said 18, so I could do
Mhm.
4 plus 8.
8 damage. 8 damage. And your short sword is silvered. So you like hop up and stab into her back, and she whirls around and says, "You."
And then maybe I should bonus attack. Does a Doonby look pretty bad?
Yep. I think we all are.
I think everyone's
That's
pretty
what I thought.
bloody.
I just couldn't quite remember. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just taking the risk, you know. You only live as many times as you get resurrected. So
That's true. I also cannot just leave you, so I'm gonna just stay.
All right. Can rogues bonus action dodge?
no,
yet.
monks can.
Monks can. Got it. All right.
I have uncanny dodge at 5.
Yes, but that's for AOE.
Have
That's like the single target one, reaction to half a damage attack.
Yes.
yeah.
All right, which brings us to Morgantha, who is gonna fire at Irina because she's the most in view. Ooh, Irina is down as 3 piercing bolts come flying down and skewer right through her chest.
Jesus Christ. These hags.
That brings us to Andar.
How's Ophalia looking?
She's definitely hurt. She doesn't seem
All right.
frightened yet.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna take a few steps over here and shoot a firebolt at her, because at this point, I'm kind of a one-trick pony right now.
All right, fire away.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think it would. So I'm gonna pop back to where I came from. And then,
Pew!
Pew. Pew.
There's a lot of
Alright, now
finger
it's my
guns going
turn.
on in this battle.
But then I'll have Doctor Who fly over and attempt to stabilize Irina
Go for it.
with a 19.
She is stable.
Best doctor I've ever
And
seen.
then he's gonna fly back.
This is silly.
Yeah, all that student debt really paid off.
Doonby.
Uh,
She is flanked.
Did everyone already go again before me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Due to the fact that we're limited in actions, the rounds are going faster.
I was gonna say, it probably seems pretty unremarkable right now.
But I'll bonus action Soleil, and then I'll make an attack with my staff.
We're effectively throwing our guns right now.
Yes.
Does a 19 hit?
It does.
Uh, 6 points of magical bludgeoning.
That's
Ooh.
a thing.
Woo.
Whack! You just
Ooh.
slap her straight upside the dome. Which brings us to her. She's consistently pissed off by a Doonby. Especially after the whole moonbeam thing earlier. So she's gonna go after a Doonby
I
again.
don't know what you're talking about.
That is a 19 to hit.
I mean, sure. Just roll really low damage. That's all I ask.
I will
Very
attempt.
politely.
16.
You did the exact opposite.
Wait, 16 damage.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
does
not
it.
allowed.
Hey, at least I
Um,
got to attack first. So
The average roll for that attack would be 12.
yeah, I needed you to roll lower than that.
Sorry.
All right, I'm done.
Right.
But I got my attack off. So that's what counts. My job is done. It's now up to the savior. That is Mim.
Mim the savior.
Too much pressure.
Irina is stable but down, which brings us back to Sten.
I wasn't ready yet. Oh man.
I believe in you.
It sucks. Because I was gonna try and use performance of creation, but I was looking through things that might help. I couldn't think of anything. Oh God, I'm gonna die. Okay, I'm gonna pop out, use another vicious mockery. I've got it this time. No, that's not the voice. Hello. Your cupcakes were bad, and you should feel bad.
All right.
Another wisdom 13.
She once again saves with a 14.
Screw you!
Oh my god!
It's not a high save. That's all right. I guess I'll walk back and get to thinking. But I'll clock that a Doonby just went down.
I'm just gonna point out that you're basically being the hare from Alice in Wonderland. You're like hopping out and going like rabble 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 and then like hopping back.
Oh, look at the time.
Alistair.
Okay. I'm at half speed if I'm dragging somebody, right?
Correct.
Also, that's a bad idea.
Leave me.
Well, I don't want to. That'd be opportunity attack. I don't want to do that.
You could also join the run out, peck at them, and run back party.
I just don't know what to do.
I think
Pretty cool club.
Pretty cool.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Gonna
so I'm
miss.
gonna
You're
pop
gonna
out
miss,
for a
Sylvie.
second. I'm gonna pop out for a second. I'm gonna shoot, and I'm gonna go back in.
Do it.
Ooh. I think Nick might have called that.
How many
11 to
hits
hit?
since we started
11
doing
will
that?
not hit.
Nope, I'm running back inside. That was a bad idea, bad plan.
Mim.
Protect Mim. No.
Yay! Cool, great. I love everything. I guess I'll. Is it an action to help someone get up?
To stabilize them?
Yeah.
Yes.
No. Have they done any death save?
No, I haven't done any death saves.
Doonby has not done any death saves.
Has she? What's her name?
Irina is stable.
Oh, cool. Oh, good. I'm gonna hit. Stupid lady. 16.
16 does not hit.
What? What? Okay, then bonus action to engage, and I'm gonna move. Where am I? 5.
I wish I had like 5 more seconds to read. I have an idea now.
Oh.
You can move over her to save space.
Oh.
She's a friendly, so it'd be 5, 10 to get into that corner space.
Okay.
10.
Yeah. Gonna help stabilize. I'm gonna attempt to stabilize.
You can't stabilize. You did your action with an attack.
Oh, you're right. You're right. And if I leave, she's just gonna keep attacking Doomby.
You don't know that.
Maybe. Maybe not.
You might focus on the other people popping out and throwing rocks at her.
Well,
Rocks.
I can't do anything.
Or she could chase you.
Yeah. I'm gonna 10. That's my turn.
I'm going to just remind you that you're being pot-shotted from the roof. So you're stepping
No,
into...
She's on the whole other side of the roof.
She's right here. And can see...
Isn't that over here?
Morganta.
So notice how the top is narrower. She can basically see from like here, if I can click. She can basically see from like here to like here.
That's
Because
stupid.
she's on the edge and it gets wider as it goes down. So she can...
That is not.
So she can't see like this part to this part.
This is where-
She could still see you there. 5, 10, 20, 25.
That's not how you've told us to do it.
5, 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you do this diagonal, that's 15, 20.
Mm-hmm.
Then the third diagonal is just 5, so it's 25.
I mean, Mim can also just fly above everyone, right? And just go straight.
Yeah.
Correct.
But oh, I literally was just looking at the top right and the bottom left. I wasn't even looking at this with all these platforms.
Yes. So that's this platform. That's what you're hiding underneath.
I also don't. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Which brings us to Morgantha, who can't see anyone.
Get fucked, Morgantha.
So she's gonna
Sorry, that was rude.
sidle up to the children. Andar.
I'm gonna pop out,
Yep.
and I'm going to miss a firebolt,
Revolutionary idea.
and I'm gonna run inside,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna have Dr. Who go and attempt to stabilize a B&B with a 10.
That's enough. That's what you gotta beat.
Is it meeting 10? Oh,
It
good.
meets,
Yeah,
meets
it's
it, beats
meeting
it.
time.
Cool. And then fly inside.
Best doctor on the team.
Literally has never failed to save a patient in his whole career.
His stress must be through the roof.
So much confidence oozing from Doctor Who right now.
He's like, I got
What a,
He,
what a shot.
for a skeleton owl, he knows about death.
Yeah, it's also easy to be very confident when at any moment you could just like vanish into a spiritual world where nobody can see you or touch you.
That's also valid.
Or just to come back if you ever die.
Doomby, you're stable. Ophalia. Who's under Mim? Sten's under Mim.
no, I'm not.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Shit.
Who hit her last?
Me?
What's your flight speed? Is it 40 or 30?
30.
Well, you're flying above Sten.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll a D. Everyone, pick a number.
107.
Like just a random
Actually-
number or like
Actually,
my answer is 3. Actually, my answer is 8.
I'm Hermes, Alistair, Mim, and Sten.
You just want to roll a d6 and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Everyone, roll me a D20.
Oh. Ooh.
Don't tell me the result.
Rollies.
Don't tell me the result. Okay. Who got the highest roll?
Well,
Did
we
you get
don't know.
20?
I did.
Oh, no. Well, she's coming after you, my friend.
Oh,
But 20s are supposed to be good.
yeah, that's cool.
I
keep you on your
decided
toes,
I
buddy.
decided whoever got the highest roll out of the 3 of you, that's who it was gonna be.
It sounds like she was gunning for me anyways. It's all right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Does a 16
Thank
hit?
God for nat ones. Am I
Yes, it
right?
does. I'm down.
Why did she come
You
for
don't even have
me?
to roll. I'm down.
All right. Because you're flying, and the rabbit is easier target.
I was gonna make manacles to try and tie her down. Bummer.
Boop. Okay. That brings us to Irina, who is stable. Sten is down. I need a death save.
Fail.
Alistair. She is standing in front of the doorway.
I am reading.
We kill one hag and then barricade ourselves inside.
Except that you guys busted
Can
the door.
I literally have nothing. Can I take the dodge action?
You can.
Yeah, that's just about all I can do.
All right. Mim.
I believe in Mim. Our last hope.
Doomby, what's your death save at?
A 0. Stable. Doctor
cool.
Who is the best doctor, remember?
Oh, yeah. 2 hit.
If you move here first, you get advantage because she's flanked.
I moved there. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're telling me I'll get an advantage as a rogue? Yes.
Did you math? 19.
That's enough.
Okay. Cool beans. Stab. Blade. Dang it. Why do I keep getting twos? Okay, 4, 8.
She's starting to look pretty bloody.
Yes.
Same.
You've got your bonus and your move, or the rest of your movement.
Well, we're all low health, but I'm the only one that can really damage her, right?
Not necessarily, but
Like, really.
slight suggestion for you. I would bonus action disengage and go in the house because you can fly over Alistair without losing movement. She can't
Yeah.
move through Alistair. She has to go through Alistair, and Alistair's dodging.
I've done that then. So it was here. But
So it was 10 to here,
yeah.
and then it would be 15, 25, 30.
30. Thank you. Oh. Do that. I bonus. I was gonna.
All right,
No,
so Morgantha
dodge
can't
tank.
see anyone. Andar.
If I step over here, could I shoot a firebolt at her without hitting Alistair?
Yes, you can shoot past Alistair.
Boy, I'm gonna do that. 17 to hit.
That's enough.
Hooray.
16? 17 is our AC then.
9 fire damage.
All right.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
And then I'm gonna have that's the end of my turn, but I'm gonna have Doctor Who fly above everybody and go over and attempt to stabilize Sten.
Mm-hmm. And Doctor Who does not provoke attacks of opportunity, correct?
Correct. With a 14.
That's enough. He's stable.
That's so clutch.
And then fly back inside.
Doctor Who, best doctor.
Doctor Who's our cleric. Let's be real.
He's literally succeeded a 50-50 roll like 8 times in a row.
Just watch until just watch when it comes back the other way.
I think it's come back the other way because I've missed so many firebolts.
But that's not Doctor Who rolling. That's you.
I know. At this point, you're playing an owl. Like that's your character.
All right. Adun, be your stable.
Stable.
Ophalia is going to attack Alistair. And because it's dodge, it's a disadvantage. That's how that works, right?
Yup.
All right.
Yep.
Alistair
Disadvantage
tank.
it is.
Stand in the doorway. Take the.
That's a 10 to hit.
Oh, I'm good.
We have a new strategy. You shall not pass.
I mean, literally might as well be because I can't do anything else.
That's so funny. All right. So that brings us. Irina is stable. Sten is stable. Alistair.
You mean to roll my d4?
Dodge.
No, you're stable.
Yeah, for hours.
Oh, right. Thank you.
2.
Alistair dodges. Mim.
Nope.
Wait. 5, 10.
Actually, so that'll be
I thought
15 because she's an enemy, so it counts as 2.
Even though I'm flying above?
You're still like entering her space.
I guess it depends on how tall the door is or whatever.
Okay, so wait, that's 15 if I'm above her?
Correct.
Can I hit her from above her?
Yes, you can.
I just don't get advantage, right? We're technically
Correct.
what
You
up?
would not get advantage.
But I could fly above Alice. Because I was gonna go and then go back. Okay, I'm gonna get advantage because that's what is that 20 then?
So that will be 5, 10, 15, and then 20, 25 because it's your second.
I'll be above her. 20 unnatural.
That'll
Dirty
hit.
20. Woo! Okay.
Everyone's like, Mim, yes, golf clap.
Good show. Good show.
And she gets sneak attack.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. You have a friend next to.
Oh, that's
the
true.
enemy.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's engaged.
Either a friend in 5 feet of the enemy, or you have advantage.
That's
one of the two.
that's valid. He is correct.
10. Damn.
10 damage.
These are
Did
good
you, we
chunks.
got to roll an advantage just to see if you crit.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
I thought you said she was. I
don't think she's an advantage. She's on
she said
top
she's
of him.
above.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sneak attack does not necessarily imply.
Advantage.
No.
yeah.
Advantage.
Correct. So 10 damage.
It's just the extra damage.
Still,
yeah.
that's she's starting to hurt.
Okay.
She's really
so-
she's starting to sweat.
Wait, I was above her, right?
Yeah.
I did. I accidentally.
Yeah, you have 15 feet of movement left.
Yes.
Okay. But if I move out of her space, does that count as the 10? Or is that 5?
So that would be your second diagonal. So that's 10. So that would be 20, 25, and then 30. And you disengage.
And a bonus
yes?
action, yes.
Okay.
Perfect strategy.
Morgantha can't see anyone. Andar.
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt.
Let's go.
Rinse and repeat.
And it's a 17.
It's a 16.
Oh no!
No!
All right.
All right, so now I'm gonna switch to my main character here. He is going to fly over here, provide the help action, and then fly back.
Caca!
So whoever, I guess, attacks her next.
Yeah.
Gets advantage, right?
Yeah.
Adun be a stable. Ophalia is going to attack Alistair. Ooh, but that one's a 19.
At disadvantage?
At disadvantage. She rolled a 16 and a 12.
Oh, I'm down. You don't even have to roll damage.
The seal is broken. At which point she is going to move over his body into the house.
Oop.
Hiding, are we? Peekaboo. Which brings us to Irina, stable, Sten is stable, Alistair's. I need a death save.
It's Mim's turn.
Get a 20. Get a 20.
That's success at 17.
Gotcha. Mim.
How many times, like, do you succeed, or do you just have to keep rolling until someone?
3 succeeds, stabilizes you.
Okay.
If you get a nat 20, you pop up with 1 HP, conscious.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You have
I'm
advantage on the attack where you are, anyways.
You do.
Why?
Because
the
she's
bird
flanked.
gave you-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
the
for-
bird,
Oh, no,
the
she's-
bird gave
On
help.
the bird.
Yes, the bird gave help. That's correct.
Yeah, which
Oh,
gives
okay.
the next
Thank you,
person advantage on their next attack. You just have to crit.
Did you do it with advantage?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
15.
What was the second roll?
It was 8 and 9.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
9?
9? I blame these dice.
I do too.
The smart move here is, I don't know.
Live.
Does the Doctor Who go away if Andar is down?
The familiar
Seven.
stays, but
And Andar
can't be
looks really rough.
directed. Would be my conclusion.
I have no clue.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, let me look it up.
I usually don't
Does
take
a
that
familiar vanish if
Maybe on death, it's not a concentration.
Yeah, it's not that. It's not concentration, but familiar. That spell has like 2 paragraphs of like text. So
Yeah. I know if the familiar dies, you gotta ritual again.
yeah.
Boop.
Doctor Who is an independent familiar that don't need no wizard.
Doctor Who came before the ritual.
What came first, the Doctor Who or the egg?
okay.
Okay. Either way, I think I know.
My God, this Reddit thread I looked up is apparently let's tell the longest story we can think of without actually answering the question.
I think there's a lot of Reddit.
Okay, so
Yeah.
basically it says that most familiars die of shock, especially the ones that belong to novices. Some hardy specimens have been known to survive, but they end up worse than they were before they were just normal animals, mentally scarred and damaged. Unless you're like a super adept familiar, at which case you probably survive.
That's sad.
Is the one that I'm saying.
I'm going to bonus action engage, and I'm gonna basically go in her, go like this, and then go, ha, you can't get me, and then 5 and 20 to this.
Okay.
And cross my finger.
That brings us to Morgantha, who can't see anyone. Andar.
Okay. Stand by.
Standing by. Just notice I have a tab open called the danger room. Very.
We're in it.
very-
We're in the
very
danger room.
appropriate. This is the room. This is it.
This is the danger room.
Okay, I am going to disengage and run away.
Okay. Where are you running?
So 5,
Where are you running?
10, 15, 20. Is there a spot on this side that is not visible to Morgantha?
It's a lot of
It looks like
panels.
just the spot you're in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because that's under that.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's like the
hit to
two.
the other one.
I think
I
that's
can't
pretty
make
much
it up
it.
to
It's
that
either
one.
here or under Mim.
Is there like are there like doorways in the staircase?
This leads to
The second floor.
This.
It's-
Yeah. And so there's no door. There's like no doorways there. It's just like a full winding staircase all the way
Correct.
up. Right?
And then the what you're seeing on the upper floor are these window outlets. That's what these are.
Gotcha. I'm just imagining this if this fight was like on like one of the second or third floors, like jumped out on like the windmill panels. Like a pirate movie or something.
Oh my gosh.
And this girl is beefy. She got pushed out a window and she's still chugging along.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we hit her once while we were up on the roof, though.
No, I think we did, because we like kind of attacked both of them.
You guys did.
And I hit her with Moonbeam a couple times too, and I hit her with like I think like another spell.
So is that the end of your turn, Andar?
That's the end of his turn. Doctor Who's going to try to stabilize Alistair.
They're never gonna deal with Doctor Who. Like this pesky owl.
Well, the problem is the
I don't
owl's
know
so
what to
damn
do.
fast. Like,
Well, it's a 17 to save, so that's still batting 1,000 on that.
oh my god.
That is 1 hour from me.
All right.
And then he's going to
Um,
fly outside.
Which brings us to I do be stable Ophalia. 5, 10, 15 is gonna turn and see the wizard with the pesky owl.
But I've gotten away with it too.
That is a 21 to hit.
Okay, you're evil.
Boy, it sure does.
That is 12 damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
TPK.
It's still possible that Mim hits her twice and wins.
All right.
A lot of pressure.
That brings us to Irina is stable, Sten is stable, Alistair is stable, Mim.
So is the owl is still there at this moment?
The owl's still there,
Do
which
I
means that she is flanked, technically.
That's what I was
Wait, can I go back and use a luck point?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Already too-
Oh shit!
Hold on, back up. So I have to
Yeah.
re-roll the attack, yeah?
Yeah.
But back it up.
It's still a dirty 20.
God, you're Ugh.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it still hits.
You're so
Okay.
good.
So 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Sneak attack.
It's a sneak attack still because of.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage or ally. One of the two.
10.
Oh my god. You stab into her, and blood starts trickling down the sword. And she turns to face you. We're gonna just... Her turn is next. What is, She's not quite dead. So what is your... What do you do for the rest of your turn?
Disengage and run away
Okay?
because she's not dead yet. Yeah, so it's
Correct.
like
Can you?
okay,
But keep in mind, you know she has ranged spells.
yeah. How far up is the closest?
Closest window?
Like, can I get up to this window and in?
You can't open them because that would be your action.
I think it's only the back two that were open.
Yeah.
Would you
Damn.
be able to like get
Well,
full
you
cover
opened.
behind, like,
So
one of
this
the
one
panels?
was shattered. This one was open.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you opened this one at some point,
Mm-hmm.
but those are the only ones. None of the ones that are near you.
Cute. What did you say?
I said, would you be able to like hide, like get like fly up and get full cover behind like one of the panels?
I think so, but then that would be able to see me maybe.
Oh yeah. I mean, are there multiple panels or is it just this one? I'm guessing it's just this one.
I think he's.
Which one?
Yeah, I think it's just this. Are there multiple panels to this one, Mel, or is it just like multiple layers, or is it just this one?
So you
layer?
can see on the picture, it's like this. It's like this lower section.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, she is here.
Mm-hmm.
So if she looked out, if I went up over to like, I don't know how, 5.
Could you hide? How big is this overlap on the main windmill picture?
Oh, this. I'm small.
Well, if you were to hide under that, Ophalia would see you because she's right here.
Right, but if I did it at more of like an angle of like.
My suggestion to you would be
Oh no, she can. Yeah.
to, because what's your movement right now? Have you used any?
30. I
You
was
are
here, though.
here.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's tough.
No.
It's tough.
She just needs to die.
Just kill her forehead.
Do you have an offhanded weapon?
What can?
A dagger.
It's like any
I-
other like dagger or a short sword or anything like that.
I have a short sword.
Well, you already used your short sword. That's your main weapon. You have your
I have a
darts.
Yeah. Could I try my darts? But they're not.
to the eye.
Are they silver?
They're not.
Take a dart and stab it into her eye?
So, you could use the dart as an improvised melee weapon,
But then that's a disadvantage, yeah.
No, you just wouldn't get sneak attack because it's with strength.
yeah,
But you could also walk away like 5 feet and throw it at her, and it would.
I'll just do.
I think
Or
it is
fly
a
up. But
also,
disadvantage though.
Isn't she still flanked though? So it'd cancel out.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, you could throw it. You could throw it from right there,
Yeah.
and it would be straight roll because she's flanked. Oh, well,
Okay.
it's a ranged weapon, so
One.
I guess it would be.
Well,
There's so
two
many rules.
hands.
Yeah, there is a lot of rolls.
Yeah.
It's a hard
Man,
it's a hard situation to be in. It's choose one of 2 bad options pretty much.
Yeah.
Whatever you choose is probably
Okay.
gonna be
So, yes. So you could throw the dart at disadvantage, but because she is flanked, you're at advantage. So it neutralizes, and if you succeed, you can do 1d4 damage. Plus your dex.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that. Get 17 hit.
That's enough.
Okay.
and you should have sneak attack on this as well.
She's already used sneak attack. That's
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
and I
use
don't
two.
think I can.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I can my darts in
That is true.
for 7.
7 total.
Yes.
Oh.
Don't give us that look.
Hmm.
Give us a death scream. Oh, you've bested me.
So
You've bested me.
you were here. You stab into her. She starts bleeding. She turns to you. She grins wide, and you pull out a dart. And you throw it straight into her face, and it sticks between her eyes. And she looks at it cross-eyed. And falls to the ground.
Yes!
Let's go.
I killed her with a dart! Please be.
Nice.
Praise be.
Literally, if you had gotten 6, she wouldn't be dead.
I hate everything.
In a couple turns, you did like 30 damage. That's impressive.
That's true. But I also caused the entire fight. So, are we still in combat because of but on?
We will say you are no longer in combat.
Can I help people get up?
It depends. Does anyone have health potions?
I don't know.
But what's the normal thing? Or are they all just?
They're unconscious for however many hours they rolled.
I still have to make death saves.
Oh yes, Andar has to make. Well, to be fair, hold on.
Your burb would help you.
You would go after Mim, so your burb gets to stabilize you after your first death save.
I don't know that it could do that because since it acts independently, it obeys my command. So I'm not sure it would know what to do unless I establish beforehand to do that in the event that I get knocked out.
So here's how I'm going to interpret this is so familiars have heightened intelligence and such because of the magical properties bestowed upon them by their master, yes? And it can communicate consciously with you. Although without direction it would probably be struggling. Your consistent direction has been pick people up. And so I'm gonna like consider it basically a trained parrot of it's gonna be like, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna do the one thing that I've been doing with like 3-year-old logic.
Not gonna argue that.
So that's my brain at least. Is it's just gonna like check people. That's whenever you're incapacitated, its first instinct is gonna be like, well, he likes it when I check people, so I'm gonna check people. And he'll just like rotate.
Perfect.
But so roll me a death save and then roll me a medicine check on yourself.
Death save was a super fail.
Like a nat 1?
Gone now. No, it was a 3.
Okay, good.
Definitely not a 1. The medicine check was a 7.
Oh,
Oh no.
the betrayal!
He lost his confidence.
Top 10 anime betrayals of all time.
That doesn't count against you, which is nice.
So at this point, we're out of combat. Mim, the owl is pecking at Andar, and Andar still appears to be bleeding.
Can I do medicine check to
You
help him?
can.
What is is it D20?
Yes.
Suck. Okay. 16.
Mim comes over and shows the owl how it's done.
He was just confused because I was unconscious.
All right.
Rude.
So does anyone have health potions?
Let
I
me.
do not.
So it looks like we're gonna rest here with chilling at the top.
You see, the last place we could have bought them was like triple the price.
Can I come in and look around, see if there's ransack the whole place?
Yeah, go ahead, search it. I'll roll a percentage to see what you find.
Crossing my fingers that there might be a health potion. What I find.
I rolled a 2 for hours of unconsciousness.
Copy.
Doomby was at 1 hour, right?
Yup.
Yo! Let's see.
Liquid. What a great name.
I'm seeing if there's anything.
This soundtrack sounds like a spooky washing machine in the
It
distance.
does. It actually does. That's accurate.
That's so funny.
I forgot about the medicine cabinet that we discussed.
There was a medicine cabinet in there?
There was a medicine cabinet.
Oh, well, that's the first place I'm gonna look.
You're gonna
Except
eat
I
all
wasn't
the
in there. What?
Cupcakes.
Yeah, oh yeah. They're evil.
So what's everybody dreaming about? Total player sleep.
More
Total
spell
players,
slots.
dude.
More spells.
I like that one. That's a good one.
So Doomby, what'd you say?
Just a light breeze.
Such a druid.
All right. So you go in, and this here is a cabinet.
I open it.
Inside, you find flour, sugar, several gourds of powdered, like white powdery dust. On the inside of the cabinet doors is about a dozen locks of hair. And then there's various concoctions and bottled vials, one of which at the front has a label that reads youth, and has like a goldeny syrup in it. The second is labeled laughter and has like a red, almost tea-like looking substance inside. And the third is a greenish milky liquid that says mother's milk.
Hey.
Is that healing? It's green. I would. Do I know
Greenish
what
and
mother's milk
milky.
is? Yeah. Do I know what mother's
Walk up
milk
to a
is?
tavern. Yo, you got some mother's milk? I'm feeling bad.
Okay. First of all, Mim is gonna look and be like, "Ooh," at the one and put it in. And then she's gonna grab the milk. Figure out if she knows what it is.
All right. Roll me a nature check.
Why can't I find things? 13.
13. You've never seen mother milk that's green before. This is an odd vial.
Give this to my friend. If I don't know what it is. Okay, that's it. That's all I find.
Mm-hmm.
There's the powder and this stuff. Nothing else looks familiar to me, probably.
No, otherwise it's all empty vials. There's a chicken coop with 3 chickens, a rooster, and a few laid eggs, and there's also a wooden trunk with tiny holes, and you hear croaking from inside.
That's okay. If I go all the way up to this top floor and I stand on the stairs, will she be able to see me?
You'd have to find out.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just wait until my friends wake up.
All right.
Cause
Are you leaving
Come on,
all their
I gotta go.
bodies outside?
I can't. I'm weak. Am I supposed to be able to drag them? Let's see. Okay. She's the only, and Dune, we are the only ones that what's her butt will be able to. So, can I attempt pull, Rena in?
Yeah, of course. So you go out, you're looking up, you're kind of keeping an eye on the roof to make sure you don't see a head pop over. And you don't see any movement up there. Oddly quiet. You drag in Irina's body over time.
It takes the hour that I need.
I'm going to assume you drag in.
Yeah. Every doctor who is super helpful in this time frame.
So it takes you about 20 minutes to drag everyone in.
Mm-hmm.
No activity from upstairs.
I'm gonna sneak.
Sneaky time.
Fly up. Can I fly up and like peek
Also,
over
I
the
think
edge?
it's about time to reveal the name of this establishment.
The old bone grinder.
Oh my god.
Oh, is that what that was?
What? Oh, the bones!
That's nasty.
Ew. Ew. That's children's bones!
God, but they made for some awesome cupcakes. I don't know. You need to get one.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
let's not jump to conclusions.
I'm a salesman.
Okay, I'm gonna okay.
Doctor
That
Who's just casually perched there, very interested in the croaking noises.
23 to sneak. And I'm gonna go up and just try and like peek over the edge just to check and see what's going on up here. Just really
Okay,
fast.
so you where did you exit?
I'm out the door.
And you just flew up?
No, I would have like snuck along
Yeah,
the wall.
like you flew sneakily.
And yeah, yes.
You get up to the top.
I want to have come around to this. Because last I saw, she was the side.
Yes.
Okay.
The rooftop is empty.
What? Well, now I'm scared. I'm gonna come back down and hide in here for a minute with my friends. And I'm gonna come open the. I'm gonna open the chest with.
the toads.
Yeah.
All right, a bunch of toads jump out.
Ah.
Quick, kiss him.
All right, so who rolled 1 hour for their unconscious time?
Actually, I don't think I rolled. It's 1d4, right?
I actually have to roll for Irina too.
Is it 1d4 plus something, or is it just 1d4?
No, it's just one straight D4.
That is me, 1 hour.
Yep,
I thought
also me.
there was one other one, yeah? Alistair? So Alistair, Adunbi, and Irina all wake up after about an hour. You're all at 1 HP.
We're all in this room.
Throw the toad against the wall and see if it turns into a person.
Oh, that would. But is it a constant?
cruel. But it makes sense. It's just, animal cruelty.
Was it a concentration spell?
If you're wrong, yeah.
If you're wrong, just be right, forehead.
Also, I
wait,
would
sorry,
have
what were you saying?
Absolutely no idea that damage would turn them back into humans.
Didn't we go over this?
Yeah,
already?
was it?
That wasn't
It
this
was a
like whole entire-
concentration spell.
Oh, was it
I feel like it was a discussion had outside.
Yeah, it was a description of how polymorph would work for Sash, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I remember something similar to that happening, so I was curious.
Yes, Adunbi and Alistair are up.
I think when Adumi gets up, he'll kind of just quietly sit and nurse his wounds for a second. He's not gonna say anything immediately.
Irina's gonna kind of get up and...
Yeah, same.
What? We survived.
Yeah, I mean, kinda, yeah. I would say yes.
Did we dispatch all of them? That they seem to be overwhelming.
We might have a slight issue. Well, two are gone, but I think we lost, and the kids. I don't know where they.
Oh. She kind of sits pondering for a minute. Sten and Andar, what were your guys' roles?
2.
It was either 2 or 3. I don't remember.
Okay. We'll just say 2 for the sake of brevity. Is there anything that any of you are going to do in that next hour?
I wanted to crawl up these stairs. I'm literally crawling. Just check this floor now that they're awake, and I could yell for their help again if I need.
Okay.
When I guess when everyone gets up, Adumi's gonna ask, I think we should be leaving this place.
Is everybody up at this point?
Yeah.
This is you're gonna wait until everyone's up to say that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just
Yeah.
for the sake of.
Were we filled in on the fact that now we're alone?
Well,
Seemingly alone?
so let's get Mim during that hour that everyone's.
Gotcha.
This floor is empty as well.
During that same hour, then I'll go up and. This one.
Is also empty.
I come back. Freaking stressed. So yes, when they all are awake, I feel.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do in that last hour?
I remember Mim saying something about where she found teeth or something like that around those stone pillars. Is that something your bird can take a look at? just in case.
Didn't I collect?
I think
Yeah.
you did, yes.
Yeah, we can. Wait, so when we get up, do we have 1 HP?
Everyone has 1 HP except for Mim has whatever she had.
I have 6.
Just, I guess, I don't know. Because Mim said he was kind of covered in stuff and something about a bird.
I see. And as I say, I see my eyes just kind of go white, and Doctor Who flies out.
Whoosh.
While he does that, I pull out the teeth and I say, "To some of the teeth I found." And I give them. I grab Sten's hand, put it in it.
It just seems like such an odd structure. You know, now that I've seen Andar perform some rituals, it feels, I don't know, similar?
Perhaps
The right place?
All right, Andar, so you fly down to where these large stones are. And similar to what Mim found, you see that each stone bears a crude carving of a city, and each city appears to be associated with a different season. There's a city covered in snow, there's a city that's raised in flowers, there's a sunburst over one of the cities, and the city of autumn is covered with leaves. But there are ravens circling over the top of the stones, and the center of the circle is a pile of teeth that seems recently disturbed.
All right. So I'll call Doctor Who to come back, or like whatever, as my eyes go back to normal, and I'll relay that information to the group.
Andar, you said there were ravens out there?
And some sort of raven-looking birds flying above.
When we were back... What's up?
No, you said you go.
When we were back at the camp, back with, what were they called?
Vallaki?
The people with him. Yeah.
It's the Vallaki.
No, not Vallaki.
No,
Vistani.
Vistani. Thank you.
Vistani. When we were back with the Vistani in that camp, there was the older lady, and she gave me a reading of these cards. And one of the cards spoke of ravens being able to lead us to a treasure with an evil tree. I don't know if that has any weight, or that these are even those ravens, but it just comes to mind.
Children's teeth is a terrible treasure.
If you could call it a treasure.
When you said disturbed, like a hand picked some up or footprints ran through it?
A hand picked some up. Would be an accurate description, which you can probably conclude is similar to the hand of the fairy that is currently examining the teeth in her palm.
Interesting. And they were all cities, right?
There were 4 cities.
Wait, and the crows, they're circling above? They're not on one of the pillars anymore?
There was one that was on one of the pillars, and you took a pastry from it.
Yeah.
And there was the other crow that was standing over the doorway here, cawing at you guys before you came forth. And then when you guys went to knock on the door, it flew away. You went down to the stones, and you saw that same raven that flew away fly down into the valley towards a city in the distance.
Ah.
Those are the only 2 you've seen move. The rest are circling these stones.
Well, I'd
Was there
love to
any
hear more about
evil
your...
looking?
Oh, go ahead.
Was there any evil looking trees?
Does not appear to be any nearby evil-looking trees.
I'd love to hear more about your reading, but I think we should get some sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, that
please.
sounds good.
How about I work on some fortifications? And I'll just point to the empty doorway.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll break out my lute, and I will sing the song of creation to create a heavy wooden door in its
Nice.
place.
How long does that door last?
Don't say that. 2 hours.
A short rest.
Yeah.
It's just-
Well,
I mean, it could be a long rest if we just want to roll the dice and hope nothing comes in. I
Yeah,
guess
me too.
Doctor Who.
it'll help me
he
go to
doesn't
sleep. That's for sure.
Well, you don't need to sleep for a long rest, right? You just need to be resting and relax.
For a short rest, you can be awake.
Oh, for a long rest, you have to.
A long rest is a sleep. Short rest, you basically just have to be idle. You can be doing small things. You can be like keeping watch. You could be reading a book.
If
So
we
I,
go to sleep, can I have Doctor Who keep watch and alert us if anything comes in or near?
I think that would be acceptable. Yes.
If we wanted to take watches, this door will disappear in 2 hours. So, first shift after 2 hours.
I can have Doctor Who stand a perch at the top of the windmill, keeping an eye out in a 360-degree view and alert us if anything approaches.
Al's just on a swivel.
Yeah, that works.
Head on a swivel. That's rule number 1 when being an athlete.
Radar owl.
Does anybody know what this is? And I hold up the green mother thingy and ask, yeah, what is it called? Milk of mother?
It was just
Mother's
it was
milk.
labeled mother's
Okay.
milk.
Yeah. Anybody know what this is?
Mother's milk.
It's just labeled mother's milk.
It's labeled
What
mother's
is it?
milk.
Do.
What should I roll to see if I know it?
Well, what are you checking it for?
See if it looks familiar in any way, shape, or form.
Um,
I suppose right now, just the look of it.
Can I smell it?
uh,
I don't
so
want to smell it.
you don't have to roll to just look at it. It's definitely not like. Think of it like you know that stuff that Luke Skywalker drinks in the like blue
That's
milk
exactly what I'm
shit.
thinking of, yeah.
Make that green, and that's what you're looking at. If you're trying to identify it, tell me what specifically you're trying to identify about it, and I'll determine the roll.
I will walk over and take the little vial from Mim and then perform identify as a ritual.
All right. No roll necessary.
Which is
So-
going to take 10 minutes.
Anything anyone wants to accomplish in those 10 minutes?
If you said the upstairs was empty, I'm going to go to sleep. There's a bed at the top, isn't there?
Uh,
A gross.
bed.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's all like,
Didn't you say that the last one is unaccounted for?
yeah, and the kids are gone too. I checked every floor and I didn't see them, but they might be hiding.
You think that maybe we should leave this place? She might come back. Maybe with more friends this time.
Yeah, but as long as we're in here, there's a choke point at the doorway. Whereas if we were out there, they could come at us from any angle.
Oh,
And maybe she's waiting for us
Ravenloft.
to leave.
Sorry, what did you say?
Me or him?
You.
I said, maybe she's hiding and waiting for us to so she can attack.
Can I get an in-game time check? Like, where's the? Is it dark outside, or is it that weird?
At this point,
We can tell it's day, but
at this point it's late at night because you guys arrived here as it was falling dark, looking for shelter, and then you got into this scuffle with the hags. So at this point, it's into the night.
We can leave.
I don't think we should.
Based on our performance up till now, if we get into another combat outside, we're all dying.
Agreed.
I didn't realize how late it was.
In the 10 minutes that he's identifying what that is, some of the other stuff from the cabinet in my backpack.
Like the locks of hair and the powdery dust.
And I only took the 2 potions, so whatever the other one was, too. There was
The other one was
laugh.
youth.
Oh yeah, I'll take youth. The laughter one. He has the other one.
All right. Anything else, or are we hitting the identify?
I'm good.
Alistair, if we have 10 minutes, I guess. Do you want to recount what you heard?
I certainly can. So, when I
From
went
my
in
freshly written
and-
notes.
when I went in and talked with the older lady at camp,
Madam Ava.
Madam Ava, she drew these cards, and the cards told of things that could help us in this journey that we're on. One of the cards was the traitor. It spoke of a wealthy woman, an ally of the devil, and that she keeps a secret treasure under lock and key.
I'm going to shoot a quick glance to Irina. Like almost imperceptible.
Okay.
The next card spoke of good. It spoke of a druid, and apparently it had to do with an evil tree that has a treasure, and she said that the ravens could lead us there. The next card spoke of a trader and a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. She said, look to the Wizard of Wines. In the wood and sands, the treasure hides. Next, she spoke of an artifact. She said, look for the entertaining man with the monkey. He's more than he seems. The next card told of our enemy. Basically, that Strahd's a vampire. This one we knew. And the last card was a ghost, and all she said was look to the father's tomb. And that was it.
The timing of the music there was pretty incredible.
It was. It was. It's like Harry Potter when he's like the fan is blowing underneath him. Just.
They're listening.
As he's telling that story, I'm gonna try and fall asleep. Just, that's very interesting.
All right. 10 minutes go by. Your identify wraps up. And you're able to identify that this is a dose of pale tincture.
Tincture? Oh, what's that?
Pale tincture. It's a poison.
Oh, it's a good thing I didn't give it to any of my friends.
So I'll stand up and hold it in one hand, just kind of yawn and hand it to Mim and say, it's poison, and then walk up the stairs.
Mim's gonna be like, oh! And like put it in my pocket or in my bag.
I'm just gonna go over to this little corner and fall asleep on the floor. send Doctor Who up to the top, wherever Doctor Who ran off to.
Is
Oh, there he is.
cool. So, is everyone resting, or is there anything else anyone wants to accomplish before we rest?
Rest it is for me.
All right. Everyone's gonna rest. Let me roll to see how well that goes.
Goes so well.
Let's see. Ooh, the music is very good.
I really like this.
All right. So everybody lays down for bed. Everyone gets a long rest. There's a point in the evening where Doctor Who almost alerts you and will inform you upon waking up. As a swarm of bats approaches the tower, a few hours in after the door's been broken. And they move towards the front door, and Doctor Who almost goes to wake you, but then they hover outside the front door and then fly away. Also, Mim.
Huh?
Your sleep
Uh-oh.
is filled with terrifying, frightful dreams of old, warty women chasing after you and shadows reaching and grabbing your ankles as you try and fly up away from the darkness below you and away from these women. The clouds almost seem to four fingers that claw after you, clutching your wings, taking them off one by one as you fall screaming to the ground. You do not sleep well, and I need you to roll me a d10.
The music is really working for you there too.
Yeah, it is.
Is this because I didn't eat one of the things, did I?
No.
Okay. This is. What did I? Okay, 0.
That's a 10 on a d10.
No, it's a 0.
I need you to take your hit point maximum and reduce it by 10.
Is that permanent?
You'll find out.
It's at 11 now.
Back to level 1.
What is this from? What happened?
Damn.
That's a lot of hit points. Or
You
That's not a
literally
lot of
rolled the
points.
top amount.
Yeah. But what's that from?
I can't tell you. You're gonna have to figure it out.
But I didn't eat
Cancer
anything
woes.
weird.
Holy!
Is it the teeth?
Look at all this damage!
Because I grabbed the teeth.
I mean, you've stolen just about everything, so it's really hard to tell.
It's not my fault. I love being.
Mim broke
Alright.
the golden rule.
So everyone wakes up. You guys are full HP. Your spell slots are restored. Mim just feels a little achy. You don't quite feel 100%.
Maybe it's because you were up for most of the fight. I mean, you did do a lot of work.
Have you guys seen the movie with Meet the Robinsons?
Yes.
You know how Goob looks after he doesn't sleep? That's how Mim.
Oh, by the way, did we level on this long rest or no?
Oh, that's a good point. You would level after this encounter.
Let's go.
Okay, so what does that do for me? Do I still stay at 11 HP?
Oh, yeah, is that before,
whatever your
right?
increase is, increases your 11.
So roll my H. What is my HP increase by?
Question: is this a good place for a short break? Because I think I need to reset.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we
I will
can
be
we
back.
can we can take a 5-minute bathroom break. And we'll be back.
So I wake up and wander downstairs to where everyone else is and have my lovely owl join me.
Rockap, if we took a feat, do you want to know it?
I don't need to know it right now. I can
Okay.
know when it's relevant.
I took insta down any enemy that makes me feel sad.
Love that feat. It's my favorite.
It's
Great
new.
feat.
Oh god.
So, you guys all wake up. And standing in the doorway is Morgantha.
Oh,
And she's back.
Boo.
But
Good
we're prepared
morning,
this time.
dearies. How did you sleep?
Say, yes, slept very well. Thank you for your hospitality. We'll be going now.
She kind of puts a hand on the door. Not so fast. You killed my daughters. You spurned my hospitality.
well, technically, this is my windmill, so actually, it's my hospitality. So you can leave now.
She gestures at the threshold. I do believe I'm outside.
And you can't come in. There. That one's settled, just in case.
I may not be able to come in, but I can also prevent you from leaving. That is, unless we reach a negotiation.
What do you want?
What do you have to offer? I do believe that you're the one wanting out. What are you willing to give?
Well, I have some teeth if you want those.
Oh, I've got plenty of teeth. Don't you worry your pretty little head. You're going to have to do better than that.
Before we get into that, what happened to the two children who were with you?
Oh, don't worry, they're safe. She pats her stomach lightly, and you notice it's a little bit more bulging than it used to be.
Holy shit.
No.
They'll be here again soon enough.
Oh, nasty. I don't even know what that means.
Andar. Roll me either a Arcana or a History check. Take your pick. We're going to see if the luck of the dice had you study anything about hags.
23.
So, now knowing that these are hags and seeing her pat her stomach, you remember that in your studies you touched on hags as fiendish creatures and creatures of magic. And you remember that hags reproduce by eating children and pop out new hags within a week. Also,
Classic children consuming, becoming children thing.
hag magic is specifically mentioned in your studies to be beyond the understanding of magical study and bound by laws that yet to be understood by mortal minds. And there are warnings not to reckon with hag magic in all of your academic studies.
Hag bad. TLDI.
So take that as you will.
All right. I'll keep that information to myself for the moment.
So, tell me, what's it going to take to earn your freedom?
Oh, how about we start low? 2 gold.
You truly believe your freedom to be worth a measly 2 gold? After killing my
That's why I
daughter,
said low.
This absolutely delicious drink. We'll give that to you. It's this nice green liquid.
you're trying to sell me back my own concoctions, my own vials. You think I don't know what's in there?
Stuff to it.
You think I can't make more?
What's something that you would always wanted but never had, like a material possession?
Material possession? Oh, dearie, most material possessions are trite.
Oh, surely something's caught your eye.
Well, I'll admit I've never seen a creature of your particular makeup. What do you say? A hair off your head, and you can walk. Rabbit's
Min-
fur is supposed to be very lucky.
Do I know anything about hags? Can I like roll up and see if I know about hags?
Is there anything that you could roll me a history check? I don't know what in your character might have encountered hags. Is there anything that you know?
I guess it depends on like I personally so I don't really know that much about most monsters in general, so I don't know if I don't know like how prevalent lore is about like
Yes.
mythical
So
creatures. I
hags
don't know
are.
if hags are like
I'll say
known in the majority of the world, or like
hags are
shows
fairly
about them.
rare. They're more of a wives' tale than a reality in most places.
Okay.
Depending on how much time you were spending in Ravenloft before this, you may or may not know about these particular 3, or at least the existence of them, but that depends on your backstory. Generally,
Yes.
most people would not know about most things about hags commonly.
Okay, that makes sense. I will whisper to Sten and say, "Are we sure we should be making a deal with someone like this?"
Oh, I have no idea. When you say just 1 hair, is that for all of us to get out?
No, that would be for you, dearie. Each of us is going to make our own deal.
Well, what about my hair? I mean, it's pretty red. You have to like red.
She kind of like glares at you. Oh, don't worry. I've got a special arrangement for you. We'll get to you.
Oh.
What are you going to do with the hair?
What are you going to do with your freedom? Are we going to
Well-
ask great overarching questions about the future?
I'll be honest. I'm going to start walking in that way, and in that way.
Well, for now, I'm going to put it in my pocket.
And I give you 2 things.
You give me 2 things. Oh, I'm going to put it in my pocket. I'm going to save it for later.
Appropriate. Would I have any inkling of what she could use hair for?
I don't know. Do you?
I have no clue. Have I heard of anything that involves someone's hair?
So hags do exist in the Feywild. They're still pretty rare. So if you want to roll me a history check and see if you just get lucky.
Sure. 19.
Okay. You know hags can do a variety of magical rituals, can make potions, and generally enjoy tormenting people. You don't necessarily know what they could do with a lock of hair, but you know that generally business with hags are not good news.
And then out of world question. If I cast a spell, performance of creation, which is not really a spell, and make myself glow and then pluck a hair, but in the plucking, I'm actually creating the hair.
Okay.
Is that feasible? If I put on enough of a show?
Is it feasible to do? Yes. Is it something that she would catch on to? You don't know.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna sit on the back burner for a minute then.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast message, looking at Alistair. And real quick, do you think we could trade her for the ring?
Can I answer back without?
Yes, message
Talking?
allows you to message back.
You can reply to this message.
Press 1 to reply.
It's not a bad idea. Certainly worth a shot. I'm just staring her down in this doorway.
You do want to leave, yes?
How much does the general world know about Strahd in Barovia?
Everyone
Is
knows
everybody?
about
What if I gave you something that
Friend,
could
thank
give
you
a
for
leg
following.
up on Strahd?
Strahd. She raises an eyebrow. I highly doubt that, dearie, but you've piqued my interest.
I've come into possession of his that, delivered straight from him, has many ties.
Delivered straight from him with the purpose of what, dearie?
I believe identification.
Go on.
Now, he's found somebody that he truly admires, truly desires. And, well, I know that you, let's say, can appear differently. Now, if you were to have this ring, you could waltz right in. It'd be a telltale sign.
Are you implying that this ring was meant for the Lady Irina here?
I'm implying that it was meant for someone he greatly admires.
Does she know that Irina's with us? Because Irina's disguised.
Is she still disguised?
I mean, that would have been same day as yesterday.
Valid point. Hold on. It was a disguise kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Okay. I rescind the statement about Irina.
Okay.
And I amend it to, so what you're telling me is you came into the possession of a ring that was meant to reach Lady Irina of Barovia.
We may have intercepted it, yes.
Dearie, if that's the case, you can keep it. I want nothing to do with such a thing.
Why not?
Let's just say I have enough to worry about without Strahd breathing down my neck.
I was right about the fucking ring.
What I know is that if a gift was intended for the Lady Irina and was prevented reaching her, I would be watching your own back.
But surely you could disguise yourself as the Lady Irina.
Oh.
It's an open invitation. Think about
If
the
you
treasures
think that
Strahd has.
Strahd can be tricked by such petty things as a disguise as dearie, then you're in for quite a treat.
Ah, every creature's blinded by love, right?
Back
I've
to
heard
our
the stories.
negotiation.
What'd you say?
Back to our negotiation.
Fine.
Is it going to be your hair or something else?
Sure. It'll be my hair, but can I treat it a little bit? I don't really want to pluck it right off.
Define treat.
Just loosen it up a little bit.
All right. I'm interested. Go
And
ahead.
then I'm gonna start singing the song.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'll just kind of like ruffle my hair a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then pretend to pluck one, but as I'm plucking it, I'm creating a hair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry. You know, we all have our shower songs. Our bathing songs. Yeah.
So you come over and hand her the hair? Is that what you're doing?
Or where should I put this?
Right here, dearie. You can hand it to
There
me.
you are. Drop it.
She picks it up and she looks at it. She blows on it slightly. It begins to glow and she goes, "Tell me, dearie."
That's not magic.
Oh, the item isn't magic.
Correct.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. It is specifically one non-magical item.
All right. Then in that
Deal
case,
with that.
I'm going to have you roll a sleight of hand,
Okay.
and I'm going to roll a perception and see if she
All right.
catches you.
Oh, natural 20.
Let's go.
For a total of 21.
All right. Oh man. All right. You hand her the hair.
One
Thank you. She
lucky
pockets it.
rabbit's hair. And I'm going to cross her path and just walk right behind her.
All right. She allows you to exit.
I'm gonna
Who's next?
take a fucking sweep as I'm
All
walking
right.
out.
What do you want from me? And I pull the crossbow out and just have it at her foot so she remembers who the fuck I am.
Oh, dearie. I wouldn't if I were you. You saw how that ended last time. And don't forget, I don't forget.
In the meantime, while that's happening, I'm gonna try to hide.
All right, roll me stealth. What was that?
16.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, are we going to play games? Or are we going to negotiate? Like
I just want to
adults?
know what you want.
It depends. What are you willing to offer for your freedom?
I don't have much.
Oh, you have plenty, dearie. I'd be happy to provide you with some ideas if you'd like.
Sure.
How about... your shadow?
My what?
Your shadow, dearie. I'll take it off your hands.
What does that even mean?
Well, I think it's fairly literal, dearie. I can offer
I
an
look beh-
alternative if you prefer.
I look behind me. Am I casting a shadow?
You are. It's flickering in the oven light.
I think I'm gonna need some time to think on this one.
All right. I've got all day. Who's next?
And I look back to the rest of the group.
I do not think that I will be dealing with, be making a deal.
Well,
Personally.
if that's the case, dearie, then you're not going anywhere. How do we make this crystal clear for you? I had the option of killing you all in your sleep. You killed my daughters in my own home. And, had I chosen to, I could have saved them and dispatched all of you. But instead, I'm here. And I will allow you to leave. For a small price. Or you can stay here, and I'll do with you as I will. You'll never leave again. These are your options.
I do not take kindly to being coerced into options.
I don't take kindly to the murder of my family.
I'm sorry, but you forced our hand.
Last I checked, your friend here was the first aggressor.
Who actually was the first? Who actually?
It was
did
Alistair.
attack?
Alistair
the
came
first
up
shot.
and took the first shot.
Because Mim
No, wait.
screamed.
Oh, okay.
Mim was trying to free the children. The hags
I
came
was
up
the
and
first
saw her.
aggressor.
Mim
I
cried
tried to
for
make her
help.
fall asleep.
Alistair came upstairs, saw them, and fired.
Tried to make her fall asleep though, so I was the.
I'm sorry, but evil does not go unnoticed. No matter how much you sugarcoat your words, we know what you are.
Does that make
Hey.
you murderers, dearie? As you said, evil does not go unnoticed.
If I can do something to make the world a little bit more right, then yes, you can call me a murderer.
Call yourself what you will. The terms are the same.
I'll just hold my ground.
All right.
Can she see me from where she is?
Not fully, but she can see you're on the stairs. She's aware you're there.
All right, I'm gonna dismiss Doctor Who into a pocket dimension.
Cool.
The hoot is coming out.
You're all.
Hoot hoot.
Just let me know when you want to pull him back in.
Word.
Holy shit, Nick.
I'm gonna cast message again. To Alistair.
Okay.
And I'll just say, I'm on your mark.
She hasn't addressed me at all.
She said that she'd be
I mean, since I tried to.
No, she hasn't addressed you since.
Well, then I'm gonna inch my way around. Go at the bottom of.
All right.
All I feel is stress.
Oh, I
So, Adunbi's holding his ground. Alistair's thinking.
If I look to Irene, what is she doing right now?
She's white knuckled. And Morgantha's gonna turn towards him and be like, "And you, dearie, what is it that you'll give up?" And Irina's gonna think for a minute and pull off her wig. And Morgantha's gonna startle for a second. On second thought, you can go. And she lets her out. And Irina moves her way out and fits the wig back on.
I'll remember that next time we make a deal.
So, it appears the tattooed man is going to be stubborn. You with the mask. Still thinking.
I look to Andar. Andar, what are you doing right now?
I'm just chilling on the stairs at the moment. I take a step down and be like, "Old woman, what do you want? What do you want for me to leave? What do you want for all of us to leave?"
Like I said, it depends. What are you willing to give for your freedom? I'm happy to offer ideas.
If you let us go, I won't tell Strahd that you tried to murder his girlfriend.
Oh. I didn't try to murder his girlfriend.
You did. I watched it. My owl saved her.
You think that unconscious means death. Funny that. So, what is it that you're willing to give? Happy to
I
offer
don't know what I have
suggestions.
that you would want. Yeah, let's have them. Let's have some suggestions.
How about your luck?
Oh my god.
My luck?
Your
I can't give you my luck. I'm just a lucky person. Next.
All right. Your last breath, perhaps.
I already promised that to Sten out there. I'm so sorry. You want some hair? You seem to like hair.
Perhaps a moment of your time.
The more innocuous it seems, the more suspicious.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about this.
All right.
And I walk upstairs to this open window and back and hop out and cast Featherfall on myself.
And where are you going?
I didn't know how to tell you guys that.
So you're going up there. Hold on. You're gonna head up the stairs, you said?
Yeah.
Right.
After I see him.
She'll allow you to,
Oh.
but she's gonna call up after you. Just know what you're doing.
All right.
Mim? Oh.
Go ahead, Mim.
Mim thinks she's stealth, so she's gonna try to lie her way upstairs. Says anything.
She's gonna call up the stairs. You can all choose to leave if you'd like. Just know I offered you a bargain.
Mim comes over to the window, opens it, and says,
Did she just say? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
"What?" And yells down, and she says, "It just smells really musty in here. There must have been some really old, ugly, stinky hags picking up the place. I have to crack open the window."
Oh dearie. You always were.
It is her house.
Yeah, I thought that maybe I'd offer you a chance. Hope you enjoyed your dreams last night. I'll see you again next.
Didn't you just say that I couldn't leave? Is she now saying that people can leave, or am I confused?
Well, she's just blocking the doorway. I think
She's blocking the doorway.
But I'm
She's
also
basically
blocking her from
offering
coming
to
in.
let you leave, or she's saying if you really are choosing to leave, that she's offering you a bargain, and that basically implying that you're going to regret it.
But she said that she's not gonna let me leave, right? Unless I take a bargain.
Mm-hmm. She's not going to let you leave.
So I can leave. She just say I'll regret it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So that leaves the two of you then. And I guess
right.
your little fairy friend hasn't quite made a decision yet, it would appear.
Now that people
Waiting in
have
anticipation for hers.
now that people have gained distance, I'm gonna lock eyes with Sten
Mm-hmm.
and just nod.
Mm-hmm.
Sten, do I get a nod back?
I'm gonna cast message. All right, maybe I was unsure of what the sign was supposed to be. Is this your mark?
It's about to be. You'll know.
All right.
All right, and then behind me, I'm going to motion for a Doomby to step back.
Okay, I'll take a step back.
And I'm going to say, sure, you can have my shadow. I just think it's going to be really hard to find. And I slide off the mask, activating radiant consumption, and 10 feet around me is a radiant like tornado.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
And And let's see. It is super bright.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, I assume this will probably start combat.
Well,
At the end.
let's see.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So yeah, creatures within 10 feet of me take 2 in radiant damage for as long as it's activated for
Okay.
the end of every turn.
Okay.
I gotta go grab our food.
So she
Is that me?
stands in it, is taking the damage, and says, "Dearie, put your mask on. You're making a fool of yourself. Are we going to negotiate? Or are you just going to put on a light show?"
I said you could take my shadow, and like looking back, there's no shadow. I'm just bright light right now. Cap, this is also hurting me. So how fast do you want me to deplete hit points?
Take 2. She's gonna take 2.
Okay.
She's not flinching, or whatever you take. I don't know what you take.
I take half, so 1.
Well, with your permission then. And she coils her hand,
Oh fuck.
and a little wisps of darkness that are like swirling around you all form up into like a writhing, like fighting blob, like trying to get back to you. She sniffs it and then puts it into a pouch. You may go.
Did not go at all how I thought it was going to. I'm gonna walk on through, still just bright as all get out.
All right, Irina's gonna move back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Morgantha's just gonna stand there.
I'm just gonna walk past there, I guess.
You're gonna walk out?
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk out.
All right, as you walk up to the door,
Away.
do you put your mask back on after you walk away?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk away and put my mask back on, essentially.
Okay, you put your mask back on, and when you do, you hear a crack, and a small crack forms under the left eye of the mask.
Oh, okay.
Adunbi, you're gonna walk up to the door. You're going to walk to pass out. She's going to put one hand up in front of you and like almost touch your chest and say, "Are you sure? This is your last chance." Just know, I offered you a bargain.
He'll stop for a second and just say, if you're going to do something, then do it. Actions speak louder than words. And he'll just keep walking.
That they do, dearie. That they do. She looks up into the window. So that just leaves you. Tell me. Are we going to be having a conversation? Or are you going to fly off like your wizard friend and your red-locked accomplice?
Well, what do you want?
You're muted.
She took her voice.
How dare
Yeah.
she?
Just voice.
He knocked the highlights out of her hair.
What do you want?
From you?
I got lots of things. I got, a cool ring. I got this iron pendant of the devil. Some things. Lots of things. Also, I hear an echo. Do you guys?
To who?
I hear mine.
Oh, that's weird.
Do you guys hear it? Or is...
I don't hear an echo.
Yeah, all good.
Mim. Right. Come on, you're taking forever. And gets in her backpack. It's on a really fancy. And starts pulling out a couple like jars of liquid. And she reaches her hand out of the window and she says, "Have you ever seen one of these before? They're really rare." Are you reading?
Yes.
He's thinking.
That Morgantha. No, not one of these. And she pulls out another shopper liquid. This one's really good. It'll help you with that bald spot you have on the back of your head.
Sten, best hype man.
Like, oh, what a girl.
Oh, just need to make her hair. TY.
Ooh.
Is it? Can you roll? Is it like a chart?
Hmm?
I mean, it's almost worse, right?
Okay. Sorry, I'm making sure, especially because Mim's got a special case. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that this is...
All good. On the fly, you're making deals, writing contracts.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I forgot that I need to pick another spell, so this is giving me...
You know, you seem like a very interesting individual. You seem to see the world in a very unique way. I'd love to just be able to see the world through your eyes. What do you say?
Oh my god.
Are you asking for my eyes?
No, you can keep your eyes, dearie. I'm never going to
Oh,
take your
okay.
eyes from you. Just a little fresh perspective.
Okay, lady, listen up. How do you expect any of us to make deals with you when you don't just outright tell us what you want? What exactly do you...
I'm telling you what I want. I want to be able to see the world through your eyes. What's so complicated about that?
Well, what do I lose if I let you see the world through my eyes?
You don't lose anything, dearie. You gain your freedom.
Is there anything else that
Oh,
you
sure.
might want?
I mean, there's the standards. There's your last breath.
Ah,
We could do... If you're more interested in the luck option is still available. A moment of your time.
well, you've already taken a moment of time, so I think that means that we're even and I can go. You're taking
How
so long
about-
to just tell me all about this.
Your name.
My name? Mim? Sure, that's yours. You can have it. I mean, it's probably better than Mark. So we're both Mim, yeah?
All right. Come on out.
Some name of the wind shit.
So we're both Mim, yeah.
Wait. We didn't shake.
You just said it's mine.
Yeah. You have Mim, and I also have Mim. So we're both Mims now.
Whatever you say, dearie. Come on out.
No. This is my windmill. You can leave.
I'm already out, dearie. Are you going to come join your friends? Or are you going to stand there?
Did anyone attack while I was grabbing the food? Or what happened? at that point?
No. Oh, well.
I tried and she
Kinda.
just shrugged it off.
Yeah.
Just know, hold on. Just know, once you leave, I have your name.
So if I don't leave, you don't have my name?
Well, technically, the deal's not struck until you leave. I bargained your freedom. If you'd like, you can change the arrangement before you leave.
Okay, I'll think about it and get back to you.
One question. Is she telling us to... Is she telling us to, like, that she wants her house back?
No, she's basically just letting you out, quote unquote.
Okay.
She's turning the house into a prison for you, and it's offering you a bargain to leave. Or she knows that there's many of you and one of her that you can choose to leave, but she's implying that there will be worse consequences if you don't take her bargain. Because she basically has stated, I could have killed you, but I chose not to, and so the least you can do is make a bargain with me.
So,
And if you
so
don't,
only-
then
So only Andar knows that how hags reproduce, right?
She's got some babies brewing.
I wish I knew. Oh well. I am leaving. Unless Mim wants to stay, then I'll stay.
so Mim is the only one left in the tower.
Yeah, I'm just standing outside. I'm waiting for her.
Also, Andar, at this point, have you walked around?
Maybe to about here, but I still want to stay kind of out of eye line.
Tell your wizard friend what you're thinking. And if I go in and he's not there, just remind him I offered him a bargain.
I think he knows.
Okay. As long as he's aware. Everyone's entitled to the choices.
All right. I've made my decision.
And what is that decision, dearie?
I will give you back your windmill if you let me. I know it's very valuable to you, and you need a place to raise your children, and I have all the rights to it, and we'll come back again.
Dearie, that's not nearly as interesting as your name. Once you leave, I can occupy the windmill as I please.
If I burn it down,
If you think I'm incapable of rebuilding, then you vastly underestimate my abilities.
God, you're okay. You know what?
Engineering check.
Did you say engineering check? All right.
So, our last agreement was your name. Is that the agreement that we're sticking with, or are you substituting a different prize?
All right, you can see the world through my eyes. I'm leaving.
All right. Then we have a deal.
Flies down from the window and looks right into Morgantha's eyes. Like, flitters really fast up in her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And says, "But don't worry. I'll get my vision back without you, or no." She points right at her eyes, and she says, "You're gonna regret."
Maybe I will, dearie. And then roll me a perception check.
Is this where you start fighting with the... What are they called? Oh my
What
god.
was it?
Blindfold.
What? 12?
She says, maybe I will, dearie. And then for the briefest moment, her eyes change and become pink, and it's almost like looking in a mirror for a brief second, and then they change back. She goes, and maybe I won't. Enjoy your trip. So, Doonby, you're out, yes?
Yeah. Yes, I
I'm gonna
am.
circle around at this point.
All right. She's going to turn to the group. I'm just going to say, one last chance, Mr.
I'll give you some luck.
You want the luck?
Sure.
All right. She holds out her hand.
And I just stare at her. Like, what did I...
Your luck. May I have it? That is our agreement.
And I reach into my bag and I suppose hand her a ball bearing and say, there you go.
She
There
lets
it
the
is.
ball bearing fall out of her hand, but as your hand passes over hers, your hand glows golden for a brief second, and a orb that looks like the ball bearing, made of like a gold, wispy, shiny, almost etherealness, pops out of your hand and into hers. And she rolls it around on her fingers. Lovely. Puts it in her pouch. Thank you.
All right. That was sufficiently weird.
She turns to a Doonby. You're the last one. Are you confident in your decision?
I mean, he doesn't respond to her. He already told her. He already basically told her, like, you know, like, put up or shut up. So,
All right. As you wish.
Well, onwards to our next spot, I guess.
Enjoy your trip.
Enjoy
I'd
your
see you again
humble abode.
I'd say I'd see you again shortly, but I doubt I'll be seeing you for a while. Or maybe I will. And she vanishes.
I think we should probably make some distance from here.
Yes, I would like that as well. And then I'm going to pull Doctor Who back from the little pocket dimension.
I'm just gonna write these agreements down.
You don't have to.
Yeah. So does anyone have an extra pair of eyes I could use? I think I want to replace mine.
Well, ask Doctor Who.
Doctor Who can't talk.
He's a doer.
We are. I keep accidentally just straight up writing Hermes.
If we're able to freely walk and talk, I'm gonna turn to Alistair. So you like some pretty good information about the ring, right? Give a little, take a little.
Yeah, it's. And I'm like, you can tell that Alistair has like a massive headache right now. It's pretty much what I thought.
I don't know the best way to dispose of this.
Well, we're going to Vallaki. Maybe we talk to somebody there.
It's all right. Is your head hurting from that flashy thing you did?
Yeah, that's not typical.
The glowing part or the headache part?
The headache is typical. The glowing part, I don't do that much, as you can see.
Right. Well, hopefully someone is in the market for an obsidian ring.
Let's hope.
All right, so let's pop you guys back to the map.
As we're walking down, I'll turn to everyone and be like, so I didn't want to bring this up while she was here, but she looked rather fat, and I know that hags reproduce by eating children, so the fact that she left with the 2 children makes me think that later we will encounter 3 of them again. Also worth note, while we were sleeping, Doctor Who saw a swarm of bats approach the windmill, but didn't come in. It just they left, which is why we weren't woken up. Couple things worth note. Carry on.
Like we're being watched. I suppose that adds some urgency to remove some of our possessions.
I agree.
So, it's mid-morning, dreary, cloudy. You guys step away from the windmill back towards the road, come across the fork that you came across. To the right is the path you came from, winding back into a wooded area beyond which you know is the canyon with the gates that you pass through. And to the left, the road winds towards what appears to be forest on one side and kind of hilly, mountainous region. You're kind of at like the foothills coming out. You came out of this canyon, and now you're kind of at the edge of this mountain range, at the base of which is a forest. On the left side of the road, the forest gets fairly thick, whereas on the right side, it starts to climb up into these foothills.
Okay.
Are we going in the direction of where the birds flew? Is that the
The
city we're
birds
going
flew down over this forest. You can see into kind of like a towards what looked like a city, kind of nestled amongst the trees in like a valley area.
The city of death.
to? All right, so we're looking for a monkey with a bird, scary tree, treasure. Right?
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up, to be honest with you.
Right? And we're sure it's in this direction?
No.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
she didn't give much information. It was all very. I'm hesitant to say otherworldly, but it was the show she was putting on.
Well, I was there. I did see that happen. So I guess.
You were there?
What? Anyway, so let's just keep moving on.
Ademi turns to Alistair and says, "Are you okay? You seem burdened by something."
Honestly, I don't do that often, and I'm not still incredibly sure why I can do that. It just kind of happens.
Is that is that unusual for you?
I mean, I feel it's unusual for anybody.
In my time, I've seen many people with many talents. Have you never done that before?
Honestly, openly like this, definitely the first time.
It's interesting to me that you would consider turning into a human disco ball a talent.
Mim pulls out her one of her, and she grabs Alice, puts it in there really gently, and says, "Well, talk to my friends. They'll help you. They always make me feel better."
Thanks, Mim.
You're welcome.
Do you remember a little bit ago I was writing a story in your likeness? About, the prank lord extravaganza, whatever. I've come up with a brand new idea. That thing you did on the roof was so inspiring. I think maybe instead I just write a story about you. The wizard giving it all for the good of the team. I love that.
I wouldn't say giving it all.
Oh, you jumped out a window.
You saved me.
We can leave that part out, right? Flourish the story a little bit.
Well, yes, that would be a good story to take back home.
I think we workshopped that one a little bit. I think it goes over very well.
Very well.
Wizard flying out, seismic tossing a hag to the ground, felling it in one big swoop. I don't know. Sounds grandiose, maybe a little believable at that.
Full Zangief.
Hey, Cap,
Yes.
how big is this crack in this mask? Damn. Okay. And does it glow like the?
The seeping kind of Icarus stuff
Yeah.
is flowing out of it and is now down just past where your lip would be,
Okay.
and it has kind of coated the crack.
Got you. Okay.
We're waiting for you to do that.
It's like, oh boy, here we go.
So, you guys head along the path. Spend the majority of the morning kind of working your way along the winding road. And it's about noontime before you actually come to a point where the path turns and curves further into the woods. About halfway to this point, Sten, roll me a perception check.
You're not going to believe this. It's another natural 20.
Okay.
24. I'm using different. I keep switching die. I promise.
You feel a darkly cold chill along your spine, and all of your fur kind of bristles for a moment.
Okay.
And then you almost feel like a slight growing pains in your bones, like that kind of soreness. That's it.
Hmm. Okay. Has it been 2 hours since we left?
About.
Okay.
So,
I'm not going to mention it.
you guys hit this fork in the road.
Okay.
And, well, not this fork, this curve. And start heading into the woods. And the trees here have thicker and thinner sections. It's more, it's a little bit more patchworked than the previous deep Svallish woods that you guys passed through on your way out of Barovia. There are thick sections, but the trees are not as enclosed to the path. The path seems to be a little bit wider. You do happen to see some Vistani and some Barovians come and go with carts traveling from Vallaki to Barovia or vice versa. And as you're kind of winding downhill, you can start to see over brief snippets of trees and then like one opening at one point. You can see that there's a large lake to the north of you.
Okay.
That seems incredibly large. And off in the distance, you see a mountaintop rivaling that of the mountain on which you saw Castle Ravenloft, but for kind of further out, that's kind of rising, imposing over this lake that has a variety of rivers rolling down to this large body of water. But nothing particularly interrupts you as you travel down the road. You actually have a fairly peaceful walk, but it takes most of the day.
Okay.
And it isn't until about mid-afternoon, probably somewhere between 3 and 5 o'clock, that you approach what appears to be this large city.
It's
And as
time.
it once it settles and unpixelates. So as you're approaching, Irina kind of stops you and says, "So this is the village of Vallaki. This is where my brother hoped to send me. He believes that this is a safe haven. If there's any place to stay safe from Strahd, he believes it is here."
Is there a place already set up for you?
No, but they'll know who I am. I will likely have to remove my disguise before we enter. But they know of my father, and they know of my position. And they will be respectful of my birthright here. I imagine accommodations will not be difficult to find.
I guess this is where we part ways. It was a pleasure meeting you.
She kind of seems taken aback and says, "Oh, you're leaving."
Though,
I imagined after a journey such as this, you'd at least want to rest in the city.
oh, I mean, only if you all want me to stay. I don't quite know the situation exactly that you're.
Ah, yes, he's new here. We'll of course rest and stay with you for a little bit. Maybe grab a drink.
Oh, Doomby, were you thinking of leaving us? Were you gonna move on?
Is there something that you all are doing in particular? Are you on some type of mission? Or
We're on a mission for friendship.
Does
Well-
the city match any of the stone tablets in description?
It doesn't appear to. The cities were almost like skyline cityscapes.
Okay.
And
But like none of the forestry leaves thing?
no, none of the skyline appears to match.
Okay. Well, we have some things to find out from Alistair's run-in with Madame Ava.
But besides that, I mean, I would say, yeah, for the most part, our journey's done. We could probably find a little bit of respite in the town, but then we should probably move on. And I mean, personally, I'm not from here, and I would like to get back to home.
Right, but we're rather trapped here with this fog and all.
Yeah, so that
so wait, so you mean that you all also were taken here?
yes. Were you?
Yes, I was. I'm trying to find a way back home. I thought you all were from here.
I am from here. I was born here.
Maybe there's all.
Apologies.
Maybe-
I didn't want there to be any confusion.
Do you know of any way to get back?
Honestly, I think
Leave?
the Strahd is our current unifying point. It's all we know. That and the cards.
Well,
I sound
cards.
insane. I sound insane.
I've yet to hear of anyone successfully leaving except for the Vistani themselves. The Vistani are allowed to come and go as they please.
What if we kept an ear to the ground? I mean, you had many cards, right? And they all represent, what, 5 different things? There's 5 of us. What if we picked one and kind of, I don't know, poked around a little bit?
Sounds good to me.
Well, there were some individuals mentioned. Yes, there was a man with a monkey. There was something about a demon, a devil.
Yeah, there was a wealthy lady who was friends with the devil, At the time, I assumed Strahd, but now that we've just met those hags, I guess the devil could be anything.
Well, I don't know much about allied with the devil, but there are only a handful of truly wealthy women in Barovia, and one of them is the head of a house here in Vallaki. I don't know much about a man with a monkey. That could be anyone. There aren't very, I don't believe I've ever seen a live monkey. I know of them from my readings. Were there any other individuals mentioned?
The father's crypt. That makes me very curious. Was Strahd born here?
Strahd was not born here. Strahd was a conqueror. Strahd was a renowned general who took this valley by conquest and established his home here. He built Castle Ravenloft in honor of his mother and father. His father was king, his mother the queen. King Barov and Queen Ravenovia.
Ravenovia.
That's why he named this land Barovia and his castle Ravenloft.
Can I get that one more time, Irina?
Yes, King Barov, Queen Ravenovia. I believe. I'm going to double check that, but I believe that's correct.
And so there was no father of the land before that? So maybe
Yes,
in
it is
fact...
Ravenovia.
Thank you.
Well, before that, this land was populated by various vagrants. There was no true settlements here. It was mostly wild. He came in and conquered it by war, and chose it as a place to create his home, his land.
Another thing that's striking me odd, the sword it talked about. Like a sword of light?
Sword of sunlight.
Sword of sunlight. Surely that's something people have talked about.
She did talk about a wizard of wines.
None of that rings a bell with me. I mean, I don't even know what sunlight looks like. I don't think I've ever seen it in my lifetime.
Is there a famous winemaker in Barovia?
Well,
Or maybe it's literally a wizard. Like Andar.
I know there's a family that owns a winery near here. It's not in Vallaki itself, but it's near here. I can't remember the exact geography offhand, but it stocks much of the wine in the region.
That's a starting point.
I imagine due to its vicinity, much of the stocks here would come from this winery. We might be able to find out more. But I don't know for sure.
Maybe that wealthy woman that you mentioned, maybe she knows. We can get 2 birds with 1 stone here, right?
Yes, what was her name?
Wealthy McMillions, I
Well,
think.
there are two. There are 2 wealthy women here. There's the wife of the burgomaster. Although here they refer to themselves as Baron and Baroness for whatever reason. And then there's the head of a rival family. There's Fiona Wachter is sort of the matriarch of the family Wachter. It's a very powerful, rich family here in Vallaki, but not necessarily that of public power, if you will. Whereas Lydia Petrovna is the wife of Baron Vargas Vallakovich. Vargas Vallakovich. He's the burgomaster of Vallaki. He runs everything here. He's the equivalent position to what my father was and now my brother is in Barovia. The city, not the country.
I kind of fancy a meeting with the Baron and Baroness. If we're to procure safety for you. What better place to start than the top, right?
We can try. I've heard he's not the most pleasant of people. I've yet to meet his acquaintance in person, but...
How old is he?
That's a good question. Let me find out. He's upper middle age. He's not quite senior, but definitely no spring chicken, if you will.
I'll just look at Alistair. So hopefully met in good company.
Yes, of course. Just like slightly chuckling, like he got it.
I don't know. I know Ando would probably fancy a drink. Maybe we start there.
We could also definitely use somebody who knows anything about potions. Something for healing would be nice.
We can definitely try. I know that there aren't a great deal of alchemists in Barovia, unfortunately. My goodness. Gesundheit, Mim.
Bless you, Mim.
Thank you.
I would very much like to get a drink and also maybe meet someone in a house that's not absolute rubbish. For once in this entire trip.
All right, so you guys head towards the city. And the road kind of meanders into a valley, which is overhung by these dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. And the woods kind of open up to reveal this mountain berg surrounded by wooden palisades. And the thick fog presses up against the walls as though it's looking to try and find a way inside, almost hoping to like catch the town off guard. But the dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are half a dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled upon the tops. As you approach, Irina kind of leans and whispers, "This is known as the Morning Gate, as in the son of the morning, but it's colloquially referred to as the Morning Gate, as in mourning the loss of a loved one." Also, I'm going to restart the music.
Are we assured easy passage?
Into the city itself. Or
Yes.
what? Yes, I imagine they'd let us in. If nothing else, I think that's one thing that I can secure for us.
Well, I'm as good as ready.
Sorry, I'm just removing the copyrighted tracks from the soundtrack.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
I am going to do that as well.
You have 30 minutes. Adam, there's like a strange effect on your camera where like
Looks like a fingerprint.
everything's like lined.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is because it just like it disconnected and kicked me out, and then I had to like turn it back on, and now it's weird.
Now it's weird. That is strange. While we wait,
It was pretty unlucky of that to happen. So I guess, you know, the hag doesn't have that luck that she can use against me anymore.
how does everyone feel about? Oh, go ahead.
You said you're not from here. Do you recall how long ago you arrived?
I'm not exactly sure the amount of time, but it has been a while of wandering the woods. Months, maybe.
Oh,
Days. I've mostly been spending time by myself, so I haven't really encountered people, and time here is so odd. Have you
Yes.
only come recently?
in fact, it's only been a few days. But I tell you, it feels like years.
I've been longing to go home, but I've felt like I've lost all hope. Seeing you guys have been going through the same has given me some semblance of belonging in this world.
If there's one thing we're good at, it's getting knocked down, but still crawling our way back.
That was the perfect moment for a tub thumping reference.
The moment I was like, let's say this, let's maybe change it.
That's perfect.
So, you guys approach the gates, and 2 town guards, one male, one female, stand just inside each gate. Instead of spears, they have pikes that you can see are clearly long enough to reach through the bars of the gate itself. And as you approach, halt! Who goes there? What do you want?
Doomby looks to Sten.
No, not me. I seem to terrify everybody because of this.
I
Gesture
say we
to my
leave it to the
rabbitness.
person who said she could get us in.
Irina steps forward.
Irina.
Irina steps forward. My name is Irina Kolyana. It is Kolyana, right? There's a lot of names to keep track of.
The hag wiped her memory.
Aha. Yes, it is Kolyana. I was right. Okay, cool. I'm not crazy. My name is Irina Kolyana. I'm the daughter of the burgomaster of Barovia. My friends and I seek shelter and have traveled a great distance to be here. My brother Ismark sent us, the reigning burgomaster of Barovia. Reigning burgomaster? Last I checked, he was the son of the burgomaster. Well, yes, my father recently passed, and the mantle of burgomaster has fallen to my brother. Oh. Sorry for your loss. I guess we can allow you in. Raise the gates. And so you hear this and the gate slowly starts ratcheting up, allowing you guys to enter the city itself.
I really enjoyed you having a conversation with yourself.
I'm sure it will happen many more times.
No.
There are many NPCs in this module. many NPCs. But so you guys enter in. You enter through this gate. And just a kind of rule of thumb for remembering where things are. Here's the whole map of the city. You'll notice I'll demonstrate with our map of Barovia as well. Here, I'll pop you guys back to the village of Barovia. You'll notice that all of the orange roofs are locations of note. This was the church. This was the tavern. This was the shop.
Okay, I see.
This was the burgomaster's mansion. This was the house that you heard crying from. So if there's ever a point where you don't remember where something is, or you're trying to remember which building is what,
Yeah.
if you remember the general vicinity and then look for an orange roof, it is likely that. I don't know why they
Understood.
designed it that way, but potentially useful if you're trying to remember where specific things are.
Understood.
So there's a lot in the city.
I guess as we walk through the gate, where's the closest tavern?
Oh yeah, that's the Blue Water Inn. It's if you go straight and then keep going straight and then keep going straight, there's gonna be a point where there's like 4 different roads. Well, I guess the road you're on, and then 2 on the right and 1 on the left, and they all kind of meet in the center. And right in front of you, there's the inn.
In the middle of the road?
Well, it's
Sir,
not
I
in the
do
middle of the
appreciate
road.
You
It's
letting
like
us in, but God, you're terrible at this.
I'm sorry. Do you have any questions? I'm here doing my job. Do I come here question what you do during the day? And do I look like a tour guide to you? I'm here trying to guard the gate. You're asking for directions. Oh, it's not my job to give directions, is it? It's my job to defend this gate.
That's very apparent.
Does he look like a tour guide?
No, I don't look like a tour guide.
I love this guy.
So, there's going to be 2 roads on your right and 1 on the left, and right in front of you, on the corner, not in the middle of the road, on the corner, is going to be the tavern. The Blue Water Inn.
The Blue Water Inn Tavern.
Blue Water
Right.
Inn.
Blue Water Inn.
Yes.
No, he said blue water in. So that's what is.
Are you making fun of me?
Blue Water, Blue Water.
Where
No.
are we waddling?
What?
The 2 roads, straight, not in the middle, on the corner. I think
Yes.
I got it.
Just go straight. 2 roads on your right, 1 on the left, right on the corner.
I gotta say, if this doesn't work out for you, I think a tour guide is in your future.
Thank you. I like you, even though you look strange.
I don't come into your city asking random questions and saying you look strange.
Well, you're right. You
How
didn't call me
dare
strange. I called you strange. That's the whole point of this exchange.
I-
You got long ears. You're about 2 feet shorter than you should be, and you're green. That's strange.
I hand this guy 3 silver and I say, "Thank you for the tour
I'm gonna
guide."
take
and
the
I
3
walk
silver
off.
out of his hand.
It's your guy.
He takes the silver. He goes. He turns to the woman. He's like, "Do you think I should be offended by that?" And that's the last thing you hear.
I want to try and take the silver out of his hand the moment he gives it to him. That's
Okay.
for offending me.
He's gonna. Like, you're actually gonna try and grab it from him.
Yeah.
Roll me a dex check. Let's just see.
Dex. Okay. 7.
You grab for it. He like sees you grabbing for it, slaps your hand away, goes, Oh, your hands are soft. Get out here. You strange-looking bunny person.
This place is horrible.
Here I am giving you directions you're trying to steal silver I rightfully owned.
Let me know when he puts it in his pocket.
Oh, God.
Guys, I have more silver.
It's the principle of the matter. I guess I've been walking away.
He
Well,
puts
that's
it
been
in
a
his
very
pocket.
unpleasant experience.
Okay, Mim is gonna cast Sage Visible and try to pick the silver out of his pocket.
Roll me a sleight of hand check. The hand's invisible?
Yep, because I have it as a fairy ability, I think.
You're not
No,
gonna
arcane.
believe
Arcane.
It's your arcane trickster stuff. I think it's an invisible.
Yeah, it's arcane.
You're not gonna believe this, but he rolled the nat 20. So what's gonna happen is he's gonna put it in his pouch. Your hand's gonna go invisible and try and open his pouch. He's gonna notice, oi, it's cursed silver. He's gonna take it out. He's gonna throw it back at you. Take your cursed silver, you devil bunny rabbit thing. I'm never letting strangers in the gate in again. He ties the knot.
I'm never asking for weird speared men for directions again.
Anyway,
God, I have to work on
now
my
that we've got
vocab.
that really important bit of roleplay out of the way.
Do you think he encounters cursed silver often?
Last I checked, it was fine.
I mean, to identify it as cursed silver, I'd have to imagine that's not the first time he's seen it, right?
That has to be the case, I would believe.
So where'd we settle on this drink?
Right. So he said straight past a couple of roads.
Yeah, he said it's next to roads and not in the middle of the street.
Well, so we'll come into an intersection. That's the word he was looking for. I know he didn't quite get there, but on the right there's two roads instead of one road. I
Yes,
think that's
he
all
does not
right.
seem like he was burdened with an overabundance of education in his youth.
But
All
I
right.
I'd
mean,
say,
the
damn.
Blue Water Inn, I'm sure that's going to be easy to find.
Let me just find the section that I need to talk about on the way to the inn, because there's so much fucking shit in this chapter. Ha! So, as you guys are kind of working your way towards the tavern, you notice that there are a number of people. Like this is by far the most populated place you've been. There are people all over the place, and this also is clearly the most fortified place you've been. The walls are much higher. The fact that there were guards posted at the gate, that's not something that you've encountered at any of the other settlements that you've been to. And this place seems to be bustling with activity. You also notice that there are a number of brightly clad individuals, not like Vistani brightly clad, but like kind of the reds and golds that you've seen kind of associated with Vallaki and the Vallaki citizens. But some seem to be dressed just slightly more officially, and they're going around, and there are flyers everywhere. There are flyers all over the place, and they all seem to say, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required, pikes will be provided, all will be well, the Baron." But as you're watching, these officials are taking down these flyers and replacing them with new flyers which say, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the festival of the blazing sun. Attendants and children required, rain or shine, all will be well, the Baron."
The Baron.
And you notice that there are various wolves' heads stabbed on pikes or on corners or on lampposts, and the officials are taking down these lamp heads, these wolves' heads, and lanterns emblazoned with suns are being hung, like tenant flags are being put up. There's people like gathering bundles of wood and carrying them down to like southwest of where you guys are walking. You're kind of walking at this point. You're probably about here. Just walking through the town, and you're seeing all this bustling activity, and there's like this weird changing of decoration going on.
Just to double check, these banners said attendance and children required?
Correct, on both the before and after.
Okay.
You don't have to be suspicious of everyone that asks for children.
Wait. I feel like that's a weird thing.
I think it's a pretty good rule of thumb to be suspicious of everyone who asks for children.
Are they depictions of the sun as like we would know the sun, or is the sun that we saw in the church in Barovia?
Mostly the sun we would know. Like think kind of like, you know, like Entangled, how it's like the stylized sun. Think like that.
Okay.
Every once in a while, in like on like key houses or whatever, you see that same sun, which at this point you know is a symbol of the Morning Lord, which is like a holy deity worshipped by a number of Barovians. And it seems like the ones that you're seeing that are that way are more individual citizens tying that into the current event than official people putting up like, here's a Morning Lord symbol. It seems like more people are like, oh, well, this is close, right?
Okay.
Well, the old lady with the cards told you that we're looking for some sort of sun sword, right? Maybe the Festival of the Blazing Sun's a good place to start.
I mean, I agree.
So you guys head down, just out of curiosity, without me guiding you, where do you think the tavern is based off of the directions you were given?
Yeah, I think it's this guy.
All right, cool. So you guys head over, and you guys are going to approach.
We should have clicked all different buildings.
I was about
Well, it
to
works
do
out that you guys are all in agreement. So you guys approach, and as you guys approach this building, gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. And I'm going to pop you guys over here.
Running water.
And I need to get your tokens.
So it was water. That's what he was saying.
Jesus. We don't need
But he
Doctor
told
Who
us to
because
waddle
Doctor Who
somewhere. No, I pulled
is-
Doctor Who back.
Oh, you do have Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit. Well, I just didn't copy Doctor Who because you didn't have him. But fine, I'll go get him.
I pulled him back from the pocket dimension after the weird hag lady left.
Yeah.
To be fair, she wouldn't have had to make a deal with Doctor Who.
Well, I didn't know that.
All right, so there we go. So this is what you guys can kind of see where
shit.
you're at. The main entrance is the doors. Actually, here I'll kind of reveal more actual door space. I hate how it does that. All right, here we go. Boop. So those doors appear to be the main doors. There's a staircase up to your right that seems to lead to a higher story. There's a small well here, and then you can kind of see around the corner there's another staircase with another entrance.
All right.
Okie
We're
dokie.
gonna walk right up the stairs and go on in.
All right. So, you open the door to reveal a large room. Where is the specific room I need? So, the double. As you walk in, damp cloaks hang from pegs in the entrance. Hang from pegs in the entrance portico, and the tavern is packed with tables and chairs with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. So you can kind of see this balcony as well. Boop. Boop. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. That's not right. This is all ground floor. You can see this balcony. And you can also see that it kind of extends over this way. So, inside, you see two boys run around. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolves' heads mounted on wooden plaques. Behind the bar, you see a woman with long black hair tending the bar while two boys scamper about playing with each other at the various tables. There are a total of 5 peasants and patrons kind of scattered around at various tables. And let me roll a percentage. At this far table in the south. Actually, let me see if I can get the. I'll give you your commoners. Then I just need. Perfect.
Good news, no one turned into a vampire overnight because we could all walk in.
Great news. No one's died yet of a hag curse or something.
Yet.
So
I'm
here,
just not gonna sleep ever.
here in the corner, there is a brightly clad man telling a story to a group of listeners. He's colorfully dressed and clearly a half-elf bard. And he's telling a story about a fish the size of a boat that him and his compatriots previously caught on a fishing trip that almost capsized the boat itself. It was so large, and it took three full fishing rods with hooks deep inset into its gills to wrangle in, and they almost lost the boat, and telling this huge tale about fishing.
All right, pop off, King.
I've got a drum with me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start trying to enhance his story.
All right.
A little soft drum
Enhance.
beat inside.
So you come in, you start playing the drum, almost like a shanty-ish beat, and this individual. I almost say man, but is it a man if it's a half elf? This half elf. He sees and kind of clocks the drum.
I'm gonna wink.
And starts rhythmically telling his story to the beat that you're beating on the drum.
Okay.
Greatly embellishing the tales of the waves crashing against the boat and the creature as it pulled them into the depths, and the front of the boat tipped down as they were taking on water. They had one man bucketing as the others pulled tightly on the fishing rods. One man had to hold 3 rods at once while the other 2 bucketed. You'd never believe that they traveled halfway across the lake holding on to this fish, for they wouldn't let it go. Like, fully leaning into this story. And all of these like patrons nearby are just mesmerized by his story, completely engaged.
Like, oh.
You can also tell that they seem familiar with this man. Like, clearly this man, like, they come and listen to this man. He's not like a stranger. One of them is like, "Oh, no way! You last week you said it was the size of a dinghy, and now it's the size of a small yacht. Is that what you're trying to say? Different fish, different day. Every day's a different story. You think I would repeat my stories to such wonderful people such as yourselves? No, I could never bore such a crowd."
They know what a yacht is.
Well, yacht's still a common boat.
It looked a lot different back then.
Yeah. Very different.
There were no helipads.
And honestly,
Absolutely 0 secret spies on him.
this might be a really good point to stop as we enter into this tavern and you see what's inside.
Okay.
I'm cool stopping where we're not dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
We'll never
Quite
die.
nice.
All right.
You just have to believe,
Legends never
believe hard. You
die.
just have to believe hard enough. That's what I tell myself.
So I will pause the unsettling music. I will put on the fun music.
Fun.
It's hard to not be suspicious of everyone when they're scary music.
It's almost
Mhm.
like Barovia and this module are intense.
Do you like that I've had a raven watching us the whole time? Right here?
Oh, nice.
Boop,
Oh, there you go.
boop.
So,
So,
so
how
good.
do you guys feel about surviving old Bone Grinder?
That was intense.
I'm
I
worried.
enjoyed it.
I'm worried too.
All right, I need
So
to
who made
write
a deal
down.
so far?
Mims learned a hard lesson. What did you say?
Who made the deal so far?
I did
Everyone-
thinking that. Yeah.
Everyone
Just
made
Mim
a
and
deal
Endar.
except for Adunbi and Sten.
Okay, sick.
Why? I made a fake deal.
Yes.
Fake news.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
Mim.
if we were gonna attack her or not.
I mean, Adimi's new to the group, so he didn't want to start something.
I hate always starting something, but I understand that Alistair's just kind of a dick.
I
Mim-
was definitely like down to fight, but I was like, I mean, I'm not gonna drag these new people into something. So I can't win it myself. So I was like, fuck it.
Mim just. She doesn't realize the consequences of her actions.
One day she will.
One
Yeah.
day.
Hang out with Alistair, I know.
Yeah, soon you'll figure out that your actions have consequences.
Dude, I hear that everywhere now.
Your actions have consequences.
It's in the Batman. They say that line.
Yep.
And like immediately, I'm like, oh, suspension of disbelief. God.
Was that good?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was what good?
Batman.
Oh, there's a new Batman out?
Mm-hmm. I want to see it because Batman used to be Spider-Man. Still like.
You're cutting in and out, Tot.
No. I said I really want to see it because Batman favorite until Spider-Man him, but love him.
It's a lot of stuff I want to watch.
Well, Hewitt, we're almost settled. Can come over soon. We'll have a whole day.
Movie marathon.
Yes. And we also have to finish Chuck.
Yes, I've been wanting to watch Chuck.
And we'll all have to
don't wanna
watch.
it without you.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it a million times. I would be enjoy watching you watch. I enjoy watching people watch my favorite shows.
I'm almost done watching. I'm showing Joseph Black Sails. We're almost finished.
I have
like-
not that.
It's my favorite show.
Alistair,
Yes.
how does necrotic damage currently affect you?
It's halved.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Unless it is no longer halved. Because I don't have a shadow.
Would we have noticed if you had a shadow or not? Walking?
You would notice he no longer has a shadow.
What the fuck?
Ah.
Wait, you did trade your shadow?
Yeah, because I thought radiant consumption would let me, like, not have one.
Yeah.
And I just walked past. And I got cocky and said yes.
Yep.
Also, I'm super afraid of the radiant consumption ability because that could absolutely kill me.
But that does
If I go down, yeah, if I go down with radiant consumption, I fail saves, like, quickly. Because I damage myself.
That's crazy.
I'm surprised it doesn't deactivate when you go unconscious.
I don't think, from everything I was reading, I don't think it does. I think I have to, it's a bonus action to, like, get rid of it.
Gotcha.
Or
And
lasts
anything
for,
that
like, a
enters
minute.
it gets hurt as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, and when I deal damage within that, my weapons do bonus radiant damage. So it's awesome, but it could kill me.
It says once on each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to its attack spell. Oh, that's pretty good. So at the end of your turn, it does damage to everything
Right.
in range.
But then also, your weapon, like, whenever you attack, it does bonus as well.
That's so good.
Yeah. It's awesome, but it's terrifying.
With great power comes great responsibility.
You could say that there's consequences of that action.
And I need to weave that into more conversation. I need to like get like one of those in per session. You know?
It'd be hard not to break.
I certainly would.
What would be hard not to break?
If you manage to sneak that in every time.
It has to be like phrased slightly differently every single time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be stuff like the consequences of my actions or something that I have to or
If if instead when we walked through in the night and forewent the windmill, would we have been met with equal trouble?
Specifically from Morgantha?
I mean, that or whatever the monster was.
Well, I can't answer to the monster.
Okay.
If you were to leave, we would have had to roll a random encounter table, which could have potentially been death. And Morgantha would follow you. Because Morgantha's attitude is you invaded her home. No, you didn't invade. She offered you hospitality, admittedly probably with some conditions. But then you guys turned violent and killed her daughters. And so she's like, well, essentially you owe me, and I'm going to take something from you, or I'm either going to allow you to give me something in exchange for the trouble you've caused me, or I'm going to take something from you. It's up to you, is essentially her attitude. And those of you who didn't give her something are in for a fun surprise. The rest of you made a deal with a hag and have to deal with the consequences as such.
And are also in for a fun surprise. In a
different surprise.
Everyone's in for a surprise.
I will say that those who didn't make a deal with her, the surprises are worse.
Well, that's not cool.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Hey,
none of them are good.
Consequences, but I'm ready for them.
None of them are particularly good, but some are distinctly worse than others.
I'm just going to assume that I'm not resistant to necrotic anymore.
That's a safe assumption.
Okay.
I would say you're quite less than resistant, in fact.
Oh God. Wow, that sucks.
Did I just turn into an old man? I can be okay with that.
Nah. Honestly, I think yours is going to be the most fun.
Oh God.
Because, like, I was thinking through and I was like, I think she kind of respects the way a Doonby handled it. She's not going to let it slide, but she has, like, a begrudging respect for the fact that he's just like, no, and leaves. Like, there's, like, a kind of, like, all right, like, I'm still going to screw you, but, like,
She better screw me fast.
Whereas you tried to trick her.
Uh-huh.
And got lucky in the sense that her, I thought for sure, I had the whole thing of like it was going to be a magical hair, but the fact that it's a non-magical hair and she rolled low on perception, I'm like, okay. But she found out within 2 hours and she's not happy.
Well, she could have just lost it, you know?
That's true. That house was a disaster.
It's one hair.
Oh.
I do have a like mechanics question for you as a DM. I now know a few more cantrips. One has components. How do you run components?
My kind of running thing is just that, like, if you are a spellcaster, you have a component pouch that has what you need, unless it's like a specific component, like the whole like you need diamond to resurrect somebody. Like if it's like one big component that's like a special thing, then you have to acquire it.
Usually they cost. Usually anything that's required for a spell, it specifies the gold cost of that item. And then it will tell you if it's consumed or not.
So I mean, I don't think it is consumed, and I'm pretty comfortable with you guys knowing what this is out of game. I have Word of Radiance now, and it requires a holy symbol, and I'm not sure how we'll play that with Alistair.
Okay.
Is Alistair just the holy symbol? Because
I think Alistair's gonna have to find a vessel. Is that the right word? Like, I think that's gonna be part of Alistair's self-exploration. Of he's gonna have to find out part of his stuff to
His backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be one that, like, considering it requires a holy symbol, it would be in line with the holy symbol that gives you your powers, period. And considering he doesn't know what that is, he's gonna have to figure that out in order to actively use that.
Gotcha. I dig it.
Also, put a tally mark on your character sheet for me somewhere, just so I can keep track.
Gotcha.
That's ominous.
Tally mark.
Yeah.
So never use radiant consumption again. Got it.
Yeah.
Nobody said it was a bad thing. You guys are just paranoid because it's a module that's filled with bad things.
I'm not paranoid.
When would a tally mark be a good thing?
Tally marks can be good things.
Not
When I hear tally mark, I instantly think of Doctor Who, where they have met the silence,
No, that's
and that's a
scary.
very bad thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Very bad.
I'm not familiar, but think about every punch card you've ever had. That's basically a good tally mark.
Yeah. Okay. Free ice cream after you die from.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. Sure.
Sure.
I'm gonna keep this far enough away that I don't think you guys can read it. But I'm just gonna point out, I wrote down what everyone's specific. Oh, it's so bright you can't even see. There we go. I wrote down what everyone's specific thing that they made the agreement is. Look at Sten's.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
It's like everyone's is like one line, and then Sten's is like a paragraph.
No, of course it is.
You cheated.
I outsmarted her.
Oh gosh, man.
Gesundheit.
You know, I'm proud it worked.
So we're back in it. It's been like 2 weeks.
Oh,
Was it 2 or 3?
I think it's been 2. Wasn't
Yeah,
it
it's been 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything's a jumble for.
Because I couldn't make that first one, and it just worked out that we
Pigeon,
didn't
thank you
do
for
it.
the raid.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's heavy. Heavy high.
We also were moving.
Yeah.
Yes, we were moving. We're still kind of moving.
The room looks great, guys.
Thank you.
It does.
Here, actually,
It's not. No, you
let me
can't show
pop
it
it.
around.
Well,
Still a disaster.
it's not quite fully organized yet, but here's the. You can basically only see the desk.
Oh yeah, you're looking at the up. Or,
Look at that door. Oh,
look at my feet.
Door. So we stained that door. We stained 4 door jams and 4 doors.
4 door
That's a lot.
jams.
And we still have 2 more to go. Well,
What?
just to get it right, your mom stained.
That's true.
Right.
Well, our parents helped. My parents helped.
She kicked butt.
But and so what's gonna happen is I got sound panels. We're gonna have 4 black sound panels spread along this black wall, this back black wall, and 2 up front. And then in between each sound panel, we're gonna put cube shelves and I'm gonna have like nerdy stuff, and she's gonna have art stuff, and it's gonna be a thing.
We're gonna have nerdy stuff too. Cap keeps claiming things.
What do you mean I keep claiming things?
Like when we talked about our restaurant, he's
Rolling with rock having time. I knew that's what you were talking about.
yeah.
well, the video was cut. You know, we don't know. We don't know what salsa really left in there.
Literally, he was like, "You guys talk about this tavern idea for too long." I was like, "Sorry."
That's funny.
Also, treble and heavy high. I almost said treble and heavy. Not correct.
It works though. I like
Pigeon
it.
and Dolphin best channel. If you're not following, you gotta follow. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's heavy
Yeah.
because
just lied
pigeon
like
and dolphin
all
are
day.
masks.
I popped in and just heard screaming before this. Because I'm like, hey, no way. Oh, incredible.
That's awesome.
All right,
I'm excited.
I got something to eat real quick because I'm starving. I haven't eaten. Like,
All right, see
No.
you, friend.
I'll talk to you guys later.
I'm excited for you guys to get into Vallaki. Vallaki's a
See you guys.
big thing.
All right.
Everyone,
I'm excited for this feat I picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you picked up some feet.
I
Are you
picked up
taking
some
a?
feet.
Are you gonna Are you taking a dance class?
Yeah.
I'm worried that it's like a pedometer, and once I hit a certain amount of steps, I disintegrate.
For what? Your deal with the hag?
Yeah.
What's funny is, I'm not gonna say details,
Don't
but
tell me I'm close.
there's an element that you're not far off, and I'm
Cool.
very excited about it.
It's the same thing.
It's not. It's not that though.
Backwards.
It's
I
not that.
disintegrate when I walk.
But
somewhere.
honestly, the fact that like that was the first thing in your head is funny to me.
Well, because you're like, after a little bit, you're like, your bones just ache at a level they've never ached before. I'm like, oh, it's it. This is it.
This is how I die.